Hi, sweetie. Hi, it's Jack. I'm a star. You're a fruit. Gee, rape again. Now, I know you're not going to like hearing about this because I'm going to embarrass you. I was right. You probably should have told me something about buying a goddamn sailboat. What a brilliant idea. Yeah, just get up on the 12-mile limit. Oh, suddenly it's legal. Bitch, it was legal anyway. Until you lied about it. Sorry, did I call you? I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm really not. You're not a bitch. You're nice. No, you're nice. You're the one who's listening. The other two, your upper and your lower, they are fucking farmed, honey. They took them. They're gone. Yeah, they'll regenerate later, but that is definitely first date stuff. Hey, by the way, did you know you have a karmic you that moves through time and space, and if it comes through as a being of conscious energy, it forms into like a whirling hairy mass of something that wants to suckle? So make sure you put it on a nipple and not your dick, unless you want to have hee. Yeah, look. I love your tradition of silence. With other men's dicks. Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you imagine that I'm gonna put up with that? I'm not. We had a deal. Whoa, do you even remember the deal? Shit, you haven't talked to me in fucking 5 fucking years. Who the fuck is sitting on your fucking tongue? Fucking David Adair? David Adair. Now, once a person realizes that the entire history of Coast to Coast is of Art Bell selling out every fucking listener to the goddamn DEA for money and HAPA, well, that whole Filipino hoax letter, that makes sense. Yeah, the dude fucking turns people in for money. That's why he's dead. Yeah. He's giggling. He's like, yeah. I mean, he's in heaven. What the fuck? He didn't care. Shit, yeah, you got away with it. Why do you think they did all that shit? Okay, so why was it done to me? Because my fucking father. Let's just say that rather than wait for turn your key, sir, my father decided he would just hot weld through the fucking lock, through the fucking padlock. Gee, I wonder when that happened. I wonder why I found those locks. I wonder why a person showed me those locks, and I was like, cool, thanks. And then I hung on to them, and then mysteriously, when one of the fucking brilliant fucking dudes, oh, good cover, dude, why don't you piss me off? Oh, you paid extra for that? Dude, I'm gonna fucking shit on your wife's grave. Now, the point is, those locks were replaced by 2 more locks that weren't damaged and were red. That means that, well, I guess they weren't mine. Yeah, they were my parents. Wow, my parents didn't tell me anything about how they were fucking dope men. Oh, gee, did my parents sell...
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound and move out.
Knowledge is power, for real.
I will say this. I am very impressed with the service in this library. I've never been to this library before. It's in Hymietown, which is not a funny joke at all, but actually it is funny because he thought he was being cool when he said that. I'm not being cool. I'm being funny. I mean, Jew, Jaime, Barnard, Magnolia. It's Magnolia. It's Jew. It's like highest concentration of diamonds in sale. That's fine. I like Jews. They have a nice library. They appreciate literacy. And I walk in smelling like stale beer, urine, and whatever the hell they put in the crucible when they made this stuff to fucking supposedly incriminate me. No, I don't think so. That would be entrapment. And then, what, they're proving that I'm great? Not really. So there's these guys who are paid a bunch of money to try and convince South Sound Behavioral Hospital that I need to be involuntarily committed, as well as under a judge's order to take psychiatric medication. Why is this? Well, number one, it always worked so well before. Number two, I'm deliberately baiting them. And that's kind of what happened to Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. What are they going to do? Lobotomize me? Yeah, they will. Yeah. If I give them too much more shit, they will make my life a living hell. They really are. Oh yeah, they are. That's what they do. Because it's not about money or sex or drugs. It's about power. And they need to reestablish it. Obviously. I'm not afraid of a library. Wow. Obviously, I'm pretty uppity, huh? Yeah, this is ridiculous. This stuff used to happen all the time and nobody paid attention. Now it's happening, and it's happening to me, so it's funny. But still, it's not cool. Like, how bad is Portland? Well, I wasn't sent there. I was sent to Seattle. That's where I was born. I just frightened a whole bunch of librarians. They looked like I think they thought I was going to burst into tears or maybe gunfire. No, I was just kind of tedious. That's all. It's a library. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not even going to hit the librarians. Like, what have people been told about me? I should probably know, since it's all bullshit. People who really know me think this is hilarious. They do think it's hilarious. They do. They're shocked that I'm actually friends with the peoples of Judea and that I'm not making jokes about baby naming ceremonies. Those aren't very funny jokes. Although I did knock it out of the park that one time. That one time. No, I'm never going to take out violence against them. But, I've heard that before. And then I can see why people do. Jesus, they're annoying. So that's not the point. I'm not doing that. So who is the person who is spending their hard-earned shekels or money or dollars, whatever they're spending on? Who's laying out paper to get more paper on me being something I'm obviously not? Like, who is doing this? It's got to be somebody fairly clever who knows that it's a funny joke. It's worth it, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not on the verge of suicide at all. It is kind of annoying. But like, what? Can't you? I had a guy give me 25 pennies. I guess that's some kind of message. I don't know. I haven't counted them, but he gives me like a handful of copper, as if he's upset that I sold him out or something. I don't even know the guy. But it's Seattle. It's my city. Everybody knows me on site. Not just because somebody stole my other backpack and my other computer and my other phone and my boots and wandered around town looking like me, claiming that it was me and acting like he was doing a predator walk. That's what predators do. It's a way of demonstrating power. It's called they have the mind of children, because that's when they were abused. And then I don't know why they're running around with my gear. Oh, because somebody probably gave it to them and said, hey, just go ahead and pretend to be Michael Kuzi again. I'm like, okay, sir. Well, sure, I guess if the military says so, that's what they do. Yeah, it seems like a waste of effort. I mean, it's not really embarrassing me, it's embarrassing the city. Ooh, I guess that's the point. I don't know. But let me tell you, Pete Hegseth is the man I would not mess with at all. I mean, I like him. Is that what Henry looks like when he grows up? Cool. I can see the resemblance. Yeah, weird. I guess he got the job, huh? That's cool. I'm not mad about that at all. I don't even care what he did before. Like, whatever, he obviously did it well. I don't know the details, but of course I recognize him. And then there's Paladin Vision. Yeah, of course he's still alive. Yeah, he's the defense secretary now. Charlie Kike is the defense secretary. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that was compelling. I bet that really impressed the Hashishim, right? Who used to run all political power on this planet with an iron fist and a big basket full of opium that they had complete and total domination over for the whole planet. Like, the whole planet was under the siege of dope slavery because of the Hashishim. It's not a myth. They're still around. They're actually pretty cool. They've enhanced their dope slavery quite a bit, and I wouldn't mess with them either. And they don't mess with me since I don't mess with them. That's kind of what polite Assassin's Guild secret societies do. They don't want attention. They don't want me. Shit, no. They don't want me at all. The man who's immune to dope slavery is probably not somebody they want to tackle with. And then I'm okay with them existing. I don't know where the fuck they are. I don't care. I'm not Daddy Bush trying to get revenge for my drug-addicted children. I'm not Daddy Bush doing everything off book and trying to get away with it. I'm not trying to make money. No, I'm not even trying to do anything. I'm just like, this is okay. When is this part over? When do I get my computer back? The one that I just had. And then where is it? And okay, do I need to call this person? Like, should I call the police or should I call Entertainment Tonight? I honestly don't know. Which is kind of a funny, surreal place to be in. I could read Star Makers. I could read David's book. It's at the house. It's in the garage. I haven't read it yet, but I wanted to. I could call Jay Bernstein's daughter, but I've been told not to. I don't mind why not, because I don't go all that well with talking to strangers, especially super hot Italian ones. I could call David. I don't know where he is right now, but who cares? I could call anybody. I have a phone, and I got access to my phone number again, which I didn't have for like days. Like, they put me in court, and I convinced the judge that, yeah, I probably shouldn't be involuntarily committed. I'd already been locked up for a week with people from Belgab driving bodies around like it was Avatar. My hand to God. It was really nice to see you all, but Jesus, kind of creepy. Like, what are you trying to do here? I'm not in on the gag, so I don't know how to properly take advantage of the situation. I don't. And Belgab, yeah, I can see why they wanted to just isolate you. I can see why Han Solo was frozen in carbonite. I can see why you're all terrifying, and the fact that you guys don't bother me, and yet you take all my stuff, and I just giggle. I mean, it makes people nervous. I just left a library with frightened librarians. I don't know what they were frightened of, but probably getting sued or a baby naming ceremony or something. It's not cool. It's not cool that I frighten people in the city where I was born in. Like, who thinks that's funny? Well, Stratfor. Yeah. Anybody who's ever been, whatever. I don't know. I should probably talk to a psychiatrist about it, but not the ones that I just saw who decided to, it was creepy. I was like two blips away from being cuckoo nest for the next 20 years. There was a guy there who'd been there 7 months. He was kind of pissed. 7 months he'd been there. He was acting, well, he was pissed because they treated him like garbage. I can see why he's there. I mean, people are waiting on him hand and foot because he's got insurance, and then he gets to yell at the nurses, "I want food. Why don't you give me food?" Well, largely because you're an old man and you're not really digesting your food properly, probably because he's got some kind of a thing going on that he hasn't admitted. So he's been there for months, and he's trying to get away with not talking about what his problem is. I don't know what it is, but boy, he's sure cranky. He accused me of eavesdropping him as if I was a threat to him. That's kind of paranoid, since I didn't want to be there either. No, I'm no threat to him. I barely remember him. I mean, he didn't like me. Probably because I'm young and I'm not addicted to whatever he's addicted to. And I didn't break the rules. So that's convenient, not having to have something to hide. People who have to hide things all day, they're jealous and envious of people who don't have to hide things. For example, I don't have to hide things. I'm a little uncomfortable right now. Wow. Really, they want me to be a bark and trained seal again. Okay, cool. It's cool until I see a frightened librarian who would otherwise be hot. Like, well, if I were in the market for fresh librarian tale, there's no better place to go than the library, but I don't want to see them being frightened. Ooh, that's creepy. I don't get off on fear, causing fear to librarians. I don't enjoy fear, period. But instead, I'm put in a position where, well, gee, I had to buy another phone, and then I bought another computer, and I'm still not able to get my phone calls. I don't know who is intercepting my calls or pretending to be me, but the person I saw last, I don't know if she started calling me. I called 911, my favorite thing to do. Made a wellness check, and I said, I need to know who's living at my old house, who's living at this house, and what's going on. And then they just ignored me. So what that means is they're safe, and there's something going on that the police are culpable with, and they're working on it. Yeah, if I can feel like somebody's distress from miles away, that's not something I typically imagine. And yeah, when she calls my number, or whoever calls my number, they don't get me. They get my Google Pixel 6 phone that was confiscated not just once, but twice. Does the same guy have it? I don't know. Does anybody think this is important? Oh, Jack Starr's identity. Oh, it doesn't matter. No, he doesn't deserve his name. He doesn't deserve to have things that he worked for. He's never worked ever. He's only functioned. So we're just going to take everything he has. Yeah, we're going to follow him around town and then just take his stuff. Why is this? Why? Well, number one is Kelly. Number two is Tammy. Number three, it is kind of funny. But it's not funny when I see a scared librarian. Yeah, she thinks she's done something wrong. No, she hasn't. No, the coolest guy in the world just walked in, and she has no chance because I'm being stalked by who? That doesn't even matter. It's not even stalked. I mean, this is the town that I live in. Under some identities, in some media markets, there's a guy using my name. I don't know if he lives in Portland or not, but there's a guy running around with my name. I guess he's quite the character. I guess he really is quite kind of an asshole. And for years he was being that bitch of an asshole, and I didn't know anything about it. Was I supposed to? As soon as I found out, I started doing something about it. That was like 2 years ago. Now things have changed. Oh wow! I guess I should have heard something sooner or later. I don't know. Did I ruin something's birthday? I just don't know. But that's okay. I mean, I'm polite about it. I know how these little gesture things work, right? I'm not going to flip out. I'm not going to go, why is this happening to me? I know why. It's because my dad was a dick and my mother was a dingbat. And Jews have Jews, I shouldn't really say Jews, but certain people of certain religions who talk to a certain guy named Jehovah, they have a certain strange sense of humor. It's kind of like a Gemini thing. And then I say a lot of blasphemous things about the Jewish religion because, is it even a religion or is it a carnival? I don't know. Since the one Jewish woman that I did put my penis into, she stole my enchanted black sapphire, and she's addicted to rock hounding. That's a thing that can happen. A person can be addicted to rocks. They're like, oh, I gotta go out and comb through the Weyerhaeuser surplus land grant and find more rocks. Weyerhaeuser hates rock hounds. Oh, because they're literal junkies. They're literal drug addict behavior. Except they're not seeking drugs; they're just seeking rocks. Some of them are like the minerals, the crystals. They sing to me. Oh no, not crystal meth. Like crystalline metallic things that are in the ground. They're compelled to go out and dig them up. It's like Gollum. It's a thing that happens to people. And one of the persons that it happened to was Kirsten and Elizabeth Hall, who pretended to be married to me and then went around the world buying real estate and life insurance. This happened, yo. I'm not going to press charges because I think it's cute, but like this was over like a dozen years ago. When do I get to keep a computer? When I buy a bad one? Why would I? Why does my stuff keep getting taken? I mean, I'm sure the Jews thought that too. Like they pulled the teeth out of them, right? It's nuts. So I get that there's a certain amount of cross-cultural exposure I'm supposed to get here. But I think when they move me into a house that's shaped like a cross and they fill it with white smoke that may or may not have been deadly, and the intention was to give me the whole Auschwitz experience, I respect that. Because I bet it was terrifying. And I bet people thought I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. Plus, I don't even hate Jews. Why would I? They're useful. Hitler hated them because he was an idiot. They weren't useful to him. See, me, Michael, him, Hitler. I don't give a shit what happened 70 years ago. What am I supposed to do? Care that my father signed up with some Nazi sympathizer group? My father was an athlete. He didn't really think it mattered. I don't think it does. Nevertheless, I remember there was a girl comparing me to Hitler while we were waiting for third grade class out in the portable. The portables were had these buildings that could be moved on demand to a school location, and they would be like a mobile home, but it was a classroom. And that was for, I guess, overpopulation, or when you had kids with cooties in them and you didn't want them to be, polluting up the rest of the school. I don't know how they do things at Brookside. I know I never went to Cedarbrook. Brookside, Cedarbrook. Yeah, one of them turned out to be a CIA black site. The other one is my primary school. Yeah, I'm not going there today. No. Across the street from Brookside, there's a haunted house. They tore it down. They just left the kitchen. It was all made out of stone. And the whole place was like abandoned for years. And then they finally tore it down. They left the stony kitchen across the street from the primary school. It's like the greatest place to get free hugs. That's where I went to school. Like, gee, I guess I could buy that place and live in a hammock strung between two trees. But no, I'm not going to do that either. I'm also not moving to Magnolia. Those of you who know Seattle know that I'm not going to move to Magnolia. Shit, no, I have people for that. But nevertheless, I left downtown Seattle after being accosted by a paranoid schizophrenic who seemed to think that I was to blame for his $2,300 a month in rent. Somehow, I didn't really recognize him, but he seemed like I was doing something wrong. Like, do you deserve to live in a hotel? I'm like, no, but I don't deserve to have all my vehicles taken either. He apparently thought I did. Apparently there's something I did wrong that directly impacted his renting and his bottom line at something. I don't know what. He was drunk. He accused me of being schizophrenic while acting schizophrenic and paranoid. And then in full view of a bunch of people, he made me really uncomfortable and called me names. In the morning, I saw him escorted off the premises. Well, not premises, but he was walking up the same path I was. And he was yelling at me. Like big time. He was pissed at me. I imagine so. Because I'm not schizophrenic. Hi. I'm not a danger to myself or others. I'm not even breaking the law. I'm not. If there's a law being broken, I'd like to know what it is. See, that's the problem for them. This has always been against the law for everybody. And mysteriously, wait, what? What do you mean it's not against the law? What do you mean I'm breaking the law by doing it to him? What am I doing to him? How is this entrapment? Well, no, it's not. I'm yeah, that guy. He seems upset about something. I don't know what. This is company life. Sometimes things don't go your way. Sometimes the Bay of Pigs is a big push through. I can see how that's a tremendously crushing ego death for some people. I don't even know what I did. Besides, explain to the judge, yeah, I didn't think I should be involuntarily committed, and then he let me go. Since then, it's been a fucking shit fest. It's like Cornrow Alley. Like I'm fucking Al Capone, or I'm like 2 steps away from powder. Like there's children lining up trying to find me or something. Oh, fuck no. Dude, no. Kids will have to pay me to even get me to glance at them. For me to even pay attention to them, they have to give me money. That's the deal. If I wanted to be a parent, I would be wanting to have children around me. I don't. Even if they weren't being used as bait, which I think is in poor taste, when an undercover clando asks for sir or whatever, whoever it is who's got a family, when they use their own family members to try and entrap me, and it doesn't even work, and then their family falls apart. Not that had ever happened, but let's just say if it did. I don't know, don't they get like censured? Don't they have their family taken away? Oh, hell no. Unless another cop threatens another cop with the CPS call, and then they call CPS, and then it's like a 9-month penalty box sit down. I've seen you clandos do this. You're not really clandos. lions and tigers and oinkers, whatever kind of social structure y'all have. You have badges, I don't. You have guns, I don't. Obviously, if I had your job, I wouldn't be getting high on anything except, I'm feeling a tremendous power. No, I wouldn't be doing that either. The point is, you guys have all lost. You've had like 3.5 years to try and claim that I'm the problem. I'm not. I don't even know what the problem is. At the moment, it's that nobody comes to pick me up and says, oh my God, I missed you. Where do you want to go next? Nobody says this to me. Does this mean nobody misses me, or are they like legally enjoined from announcing how they feel while they're working? I think it's the latter. Like there's a big thing going on. It's like a 40-year RICO. Let's see, when did it start? It had to have started in 1988. Hey, wait a second, what's this guy doing? Because I don't know what my dad did, but my dad did something. And people thought I was in on it and thought I'd be on his side. I'm not, actually. No, from what little I've been able to glean, I'm definitely not on either of their sides. I would have become an emancipated miner if I had known what was going on. Especially if I'd known that when my father was in his 80s, and my mother was saying, she would come to me and say, Michael, I need you to go to the pharmacist and ask the pharmacist to get your dad some more pills because he needs them and he lost them or something. You know, and I was like, is this really happening? Is this my Kanye West moment? Is my mother telling me that my father has got a monkey for pills? The same man who told me that I was dumb for smoking weed. Really? And I said, like, well, why don't you go do that, mother? Why don't you go break federal law? And she said to me that she already had and they wouldn't give her any more. And she was on the verge of tears. Now, I've never seen my mother cry. She's a cancer. Cancers cry like nothing. Oh, dog, they water sign, waterworks, the crab, they can open up their own eyelids like the Ludovico technique from the inside out. Now, I don't think my mother was actually trying to fake cry. I don't think she was actually that frustrated. My father was messed up. I don't know why. Oh, wait, he was an addict. Somebody had been feeding him pills. Well, I didn't know anything about that. I don't think much of opioid addicts. They're good short term. They're bad long term. They're demonstrably bad long term. Oh, has my dad secretly been using them for 40 years? Wow. What a bummer. Gee, I'm sorry, Dad. I guess I should have gotten a job and kept you from doing that. Like, no, actually. Then nothing can really make long-term opioid use good. They don't work long-term. They just don't. Because of reasons involving chemistry, politics, and well, just like fucking, it should be, obviously you need to feel pain, and if you just make it go away, well, whatever's causing the pain is just like going to get worse. Yeah, so it makes sense in some issues like post-surgery. I don't like opiates much because at first I don't like the way they feel. After a week, I'm like, oh, this is okay. Oh, I can handle this. And yeah, I don't like that because I don't like the way they make me feel. They make me feel like it's okay to not feel pain, especially if they're combined with paracetamol or acetaminophen, which is a analgesic-ish compound that toxifies the liver and makes it so you can't feel other people's pain as well as your own very well. It like interferes with pain sensing. Oh, this is much better than weed. Yeah, sure. Mr. Hirsch says it's okay. We'll give you the reefer madness. He didn't paint these with PCP. Yeah, it's amazing how bad weed is when it's painted with PCP, especially bad Mexican dirt weed. It's almost as though they plant it that way. Wow, maybe the reefer madness epidemic was from CM sprayed onto cannabis cured leaves while it was drying. Like, why is it marijuana? How is that a cool joke? Marijuana? Well, I've never seen cannabis that'll get you high like CM will. But giving that to a girl who's never had anything before, yeah, I bet she'd want to suck some cock. That's kind of how it works. It's kind of why it's illegal. It's kind of why using without permission is bad. Very bad. Using weed without permission is bad. How many of you asked the Earth Mother Gaia for permission to burn the sacred herb? I gotta admit, I haven't asked her. I just asked her to forgive me for doing it because, oh, it feels so good. Earth Mother Gaia, thank you for your weed. Burn. Not because I think it's best burned. I like the smell. I'm not going to burn the flag. I'll burn weed, though. And I grew up when this stuff was like deadly illegal. And my father told me I was an idiot for using it at all. Well, because he was an immigrant, they would have taken away his green card or his citizenship or anything if he had been a bad behavior. And it turns out my father behaved very bad. I got an inkling of, I got a pretty good idea what he did wrong. What a dick. Yeah, I would never do that. Mostly because, well, I don't have to steal things. But he probably felt differently. And at the time, I certainly didn't know what was going on. I think it happened before I was born. In fact, it must have, because that's when he got his three middle thoracic vertebrae cracked by somebody kicked him in the back while playing soccer. and it was never treated properly, and they gave him opioids instead of weed. Do you know weed will actually help heal bones? The bones will knit together from CBG or CBN. Yeah, weed will make your bones knit together and make you feel good and make you forget that you got kicked in the back. Of course, you might want to remember they got kicked in the back because that's why you don't cross the syndicate. Good job, Dad. Yeah, I can see why people are upset. I'm not supposed to know this. I figured it out. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to. Okay. And then the people who wanted to teach my father a lesson, yeah, they taught him one all right. He died a sad, lonely, and broken man. He wasn't even sure if his own son loved him. Of course I loved my father. I hadn't seen him in like a year plus. It was another one of those no-contact things. Go figure. What a great thing to do to a Hungarian immigrant and his family. It consisted of a dingbat from Bellingham who didn't want her relatives to know about getting how to meet me and told me on her deathbed that she didn't tell me about Freemasonry at all. Never breathed a word of it. She said, I didn't think you'd be interested. Huh. Well, you're dead wrong there, Mom. I love the little riddles and stuff. And the whole notion that it's secret out in front of everybody. Okay, yeah, at some point I'll learn why I'm not supposed to talk about it openly. That'll be when I have a real identity and not one that's been run all over the place by some guy pretending to be me, who most recently stole my backpack and my computer and my phone. He stole the artwork that a minor child drew for me that I love. Oh, it's the coolest thing ever. And he also stole the piece of paper that was sent to me through the mail by my friend KMM, whose mother died. And they paid to have one of those little mortuary or remembrance papers. She gave me two. One's in my wallet, I think, and the other one came in the mail. I put that on the back of the spook phone. I loved her mother. Hi, her mother's Star Mountain. Hi, I know her mother. Yeah, her mother is also a couple other people. I won't say all the people. It's weird living in this kind of spurred up triplicate life. It's like Towers of Hanoi without any good acid, but lots of beer. Well, that's Belgab. Anyway. Remember, Belgab, you're the guys with the Facebook group that has like 147 members. And at one point, I was the only one who didn't have access. And then everybody else could see things, and I was deliberately left out. That's a very exclusionary thing to do. And since Michael Van Dieven is a Jew, and I love him for that, he really is Jew. And he really is just the most racist bastard. I mean, it's part of the character, I think. I don't know if he's really a Jew. He's a vampire. Doesn't matter. If he wants to be racist, he might as well start with the people who invented it. And I don't know what it's like to be a subjugated, conquered people. It doesn't look like fun. And to have everyone hate you for thousands of years, not just this week. Yeah, I'm actually really appreciative of this experience. But I already went to public school. I kind of know what it's like to be a Jew, kind of. I don't really know what it's like to have somebody explain to me why my cock was cut and to buy it. I figured it out now. Now I'm actually happy about it. I was never actually that upset about it. I was upset that nobody told me. I mean, yeah, okay, sure, I couldn't consent. I was a baby. But in reality, they should have a story for me besides, we decided. Like, that doesn't seem like a good enough reason to do genital reshaping on a child without a good story. Additionally, who was my sister and why did she die when she was 3? And why did I start dating a woman in high school who was kind of pretty young to be called a woman, but, oh no, she was a woman. And then her mother told me, oh yeah, she's been stalked since she was 3 by Texas rape gangs who she had pissed off because she was company, which is cool. It turns out I have a big history with these company people. Hi. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I'm Jack, so I can talk about it. If Chuck Barris could write Confessions of a Dangerous Hitman or whatever the fuck, I can just babble into my phone. I'm pretty sure the precedent has been set. I'm in America. This is legal. It's actually funny. I'll be happy to explain later. And no, I don't expect to make any money. I expect to know that my wife is alive. None of you know who that is. Is she still my wife? It doesn't matter. Point is, somebody set up an ambush on Christmas, and rather than breaking up, I just haven't been allowed to see her. Meanwhile, these people have been running around using us as poker chips. How is this cool with any of you? Number 1, it didn't work. Number 2, wow, now I'm really annoyed. Number 3, okay, great. Now I know everything about stuff I never even thought of. I still don't care. I'm still not mad at Jews. Even Jeremy and Janet and Jeff and, oh God, they're funny. Raymond is actually Vince, who bought me a computer once, so that's cool. Yeah, these people have known me my whole life. They're like assigned to be my guardian angels, kind of. And I'm just supposed to be stupid goyim, not notice this. Or I'm supposed to be like, oh, the scales have fallen from my eyes, now I see. And I'm like, nothing like that at all. For one thing, if they were really guardians, they'd bring me weed. For another, they wouldn't have just sent me to a shit show Shinebox bullshit carnival of errors for a week and allowed me to see what they do. Oh, I learned so much about everything. Now I see why I've never been sent to the psych ward, because I'm not fucking crazy. I met an actual paranoid schizophrenic. Oh yeah, those are annoying. Yeah, that's not me. I do sound like that a little too much. That's annoying. But since I was doing that on purpose and I think it's funny, it's barely acceptable. Take your meds schizo is not, dude. I didn't even get my meds. Yeah, it turns out after giving people a prescription and then stealing their computer in the most obviously heavy-handed way, that doesn't really inspire the patient to go and get your stupid meds. No, I went and got cigarettes. Oh, they taste great now. I happen to like cigarettes. You know why? They don't come from a duck. And I can suck on them in full public view as long as I don't get too close to anybody. That's fine. And then if somebody else is doing it, I can go next to them and be like, hey, you're part of the club. People are hated because we smell bad. Yeah, they do smell bad. Reminder, I'm not looking for a new wife or a girlfriend or anybody to come close to me unless they actually want to talk to me. And even then, well, if they don't like what I sound like, they're not going to like what I smell like any better. Beer, urine, and whatever they put in motor oil these days, apparently it's better than drain cleaner or something. Like, it doesn't have to smell bad. No, somebody came up to me and said, hey, you want this? Yeah, it's called a trap. Okay, sure. As we all know, the best way to spring a trap is to walk directly into it. I've learned that. Sure. Why not? Yeah, so as a consequence, I'm feeling all right, mostly because I got a whole bunch of people to lose their jobs. And that's cool. That helps my military a lot. It saves them a ton of money. And boy, yeah, I bet these people hate me. Yeah, because I really am legal. I don't really want to be doing this, but fine. Somebody wants proof that I can do it, that I'm not just like a fluke. Oh, look, it's John from Cincinnati, but he can't fly. He's a turkey. Huh. No, I really do get to do this. Not just on a whim. It's because I have broad latitude in my position in life. And the reason why I do is because I paid attention and I planned ahead. That's why I have money. I have more money than you because I planned ahead. I didn't bet it on crypto and then hope to flip it and double it. No, I would have done that in the beginning. I would have been mining crypto. I wasn't allowed. My best friend who would have known about it, she didn't call me. Not a surprise, she's Canadian. She would have had to have sent a seagull or something. And at that point in life, yeah, they were done with me. That's fine. I cleverly arranged to get a speeding ticket that I didn't pay, didn't go to court for, lied to border crossing as to the reasons for my visit to Canada. Oh, yes, sir, I got to go talk to the judge about my speeding ticket. Did not do that. Went to see my friend, did not have sex with her. Duh. And basically haven't seen her since. And now if I go back to Canada, I'm going to have to say, well, last time I was coming through, I lied to Border Patrol. I said I was going to court, but I was actually going to break up with my friend, who's since then apparently hasn't had a great time without me. Duh. But, well, that's what her owner thought was best. And I think it was. And then her owner didn't know that I actually felt that way. I mean, shit. I hear you, man. Oh, is that why French Canada is separate? Okay, so he thought I was trying to take her. I guess that's the thing that people do. They jump out from behind trees and they stab women in the neck with a needle, literal, and then they got a rape baby for a minute. People do this. I had no idea. They did it in the 60s. They did it in the teenies. Do you remember when heroin came out? No, it was like 1895. 1895. Oh, what a surprise. It worked. Oh, what a surprise. It worked really well. Oh, wow. Oh, was it too good? Oh my gosh. It's still the gold standard for getting high on opiates these days. I can see why, because it's actually remarkably painless on the body, not very damaging at all, unless you get your supply cut off. So it's used for dope slavery, as well as for allowing people to walk and smile when their joints are grinded together. I don't know if that reminds you of anybody, but it certainly does with me. I don't have any problem with people who use those things. I just know that they're no longer the same kind of human. They have this need, Coslow's hierarchy of needs. Somewhere on that pyramid is heroin. It's nowhere on my pyramid. I don't give a fuck about opiates. I don't. They're useful short-term after surgery. And then I don't go out and get surgery so I can have an excuse to get pills. Some people will do that. That's because they're addicted to opioids. And they like to be addicted to opioids. They like the way they make them feel. And they like being opioid addicts. They do. See, I don't like the way it changes the thinking. I like being not addicted to things. I like being dependent on cigarettes, but not addicted. Oh, I gotta have one. Oh my God. Thank God I'm not like that. Since I've learned how to master those impulses. Cravings, they're sometimes called. Yeah, those are annoying, aren't they? Gee, why do you think there isn't a class in your high school that explains to you how to avoid cravings? Well, it's because high school is teaching you how to get high, and apparently the way to get high is to be addicted. It didn't work for me. I could see why I wasn't invited to those parties. And if people want to do that, fine. If that makes more money for the syndicate, fine, good. I don't care. I'm happy with a healthy black market. I don't have to participate in it to check. I'm just like dick my toe in. I don't have to. I can admire commerce from afar. Other people can't. That's because they're immature. They're not grown-ups. They're not 52 years old and tired of this whole fucking nonsense. Like your drug war, really. It's about to end, buddy. Now, who's working on the rewrite of the CS5? CS4. Or CS... The Controlled Substances Act of 1974, which was signed by Nixon, who turned out to be a crook. Yeah, so that guy, he signed the pages. Hasn't been updated since. What do you think they're actually doing? How many of you actually know? Well, since I think all of you work for them, and it's pretty easy to work for the company, you just get caught, and then they're like, oh, you work for us, roll over on something, blah, 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 blah. We'll make this all go away. You do that once and you're in for life. You're a consultant. Some people have to do that. Some people get addicted to doing that because they know they're going to get caught, but fuck it. They just roll over on something. They got a big family. Some people think that's fine because they've had their thinking altered and they have enough family to go around, I guess. Such people don't really trust me. I don't have family. I'm not addicted to opiates. I'm not addicted to anything. To them, I'm like the Terminator. I scare them. Number one, why do I get to do that and they can't? Well, they can actually, but it varies from person to person. Number two, I didn't know that being immune to things was legal. It turns out it is. And it's double legal now that the Supreme Court, in their landmark decision, 2006, Gonzalez versus UDV. The entheogenic use of entheogenic substances is protected free expression in these United States under fucking law. Fuck you. So don't tell me that Native Americans can have their thing, but I can't. Really? That's funny. I was born here in America. Aren't I a native? Oh, do I need a group? Oh, okay. Well, I'll just start an Amway meeting. Like the whole thing falls apart instantly upon being looked at. It doesn't hang together. So it's not just that I'm not breaking the law, that I'm not under arrest. Everybody who builds cases knows, no, don't fucking get bothered with him. He's like Kevorkian, except smart. And remember Jack Kevorkian? He was actually daring Michigan. Arrest me. If killing this man is illegal, then arrest me. Hey, guess what? Murdering somebody is illegal. And then he taunted the court. Never a good idea. Don't taunt the court. No, don't do that. So instead of changing the world for euthanasia, he just died in prison. That's Dr. Jack Kevorkian. Also with a K. Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm not sure this is not because I'm not a cranky old man, because I am kind of cranky. But it's because I'm not an idiot. I'm not a doctor that says his name doctor ahead of it. I wasn't a doctor at the time, and then I wouldn't want to go to court. Why would I want to go to court? To defend the right to kill somebody. Like what? What? That does not track. I guess there's something else going on there. And in a very Charles Dickensian way, I'm sure there was. So don't confuse me with that guy. I don't want to go to Supreme Court. Do you know how much time out of my life that'll take? Time that I could be changing my name to Sheldon and growing weed? I mean, shit, I don't want to do that either, but I'm not going to fucking go to the Supreme Court. Dude, I'm not a lawyer. I don't want to be Rosa Parks. I just want to bag of weed and be left alone. But apparently that was too hard for some people. They wanted me to get a 400-mile round goose chase and then go to prison and be left alone there. Oh, what a great idea. How could I not see that coming? Yeah, so here we are years later. This is still going on, and it's caught up in your stupid RICO, Bill Gab. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but when a famous person has a son who gets raped in a high school and is given a sexually transmitted disease, which is exactly what happened to me. Just I'm not the son of a famous radio guy. I'm not Arthur Bell 4 or whatever. No, I'm the son of a famous soccer player. And so somebody came to my school, fucked up my life, giggled about it. I don't believe they've had the kind of legal reprisals that I think they should have. For example, they need to bring me fresh cat liver every day so I can consume it to gain strength. So I can regrow my foot. No, I'm kidding. That's funny though, isn't it? For one thing, somebody should acknowledge that I have a sense of humor. That's not because I'm Joker. It's because I lighten tense situations with humor. And I'm fucking funny. And 52 years, believe me, I'm not sweating it. Oh my God, my dick is cut. Why? I don't care as long as it works. Maybe it's working better because it's cut. I don't know. I don't know much about dick cutting. It's a secret Jew thing. That's cool. That's cool. That's fine. And it wasn't so much that I was making jokes about the baby naming ceremony because I thought that was cool. It wasn't cool. What was cool was why'd they call it a baby naming ceremony? Why'd they call it a dick cutting ceremony? That was the joke I made. Boom. I'm a legend. Because it's hard to argue that. and then I am cut, and then I don't really mind the dick cutting so much as the secrecy. There's some things men are not meant to know, so have Haile Selassie kill your nerve endings with a cauterizing gun, and then maybe give you herpes. But that's okay, you like herpes. Turns out herpes is a good thing to get, but you got to get chickenpox first. Turns out my mother arranged this with Black Ops veterans. My mother was kind of a big deal in the company world. I didn't realize she was that big a deal. She had a hairdresser from Iran that she told all her secrets to. Shit, my mother was probably a Manchurian candidate. I don't fucking know. She didn't breathe a word of it to me. She thought I wouldn't be interested. No, I'm interested, all right. That's a joke, but I use humor loans. You just killed him. Not to have sex with the most beautiful woman in the world. Oh, I know you're both MK actives. Oh yeah, I'm Jackie Bouvier, but I'm going to change my name later to Jackie Onassis. Like, she ends up marrying Aristotle something, and Aristotle was the name of the man who taught Alexander how to conquer the world. So it's kind of a big epic play. My mother loved this thing, and she wanted to know how it happened. She didn't seem happy to find out that I found out, and then I told her. I think she thought something else would happen, and I figured out it's that she wanted to see the company spread to the four winds, which is what, much like Kevorkian did when he taunted the court. Chuck Schumer said that the Black Ops services have a million ways from Sunday to get back at you. Yeah, they do. They can kill you and sell your life to a Greek shipping magnate. That's what they can do. Yeah, they have a lot of power. Duh. Okay, so Kennedy was so high on the smell of his own farts, he thought he was going to scatter them to the four winds. Okay, not so much. Not so much. More like his brain got scattered to the four winds. I don't really need to explain how. It's classified. Oh yeah, this town loves me. I was born here. They can give me the full Seattle freeze. I ain't gonna flip out. I'm never gonna go postal. For one thing, Tammy's alive and she likes me. I thought she was dead. Yeah, for a while she hated me. She told the whole fucking city that I was a gay basher, closeted. Also, people thought Susan was Tammy. Also, who's Kelly? That's actual Tammy. Older Tammy with the weird weed that takes over your brain. I only saw her twice. Yeah, she's hot and cute, but I guess she's afraid of me or something. Oh no, she belongs to Clayton. Well, I guess Clayton should have mentioned that when I asked him, hey, have you heard of this person? Where is she? He's like, I don't know. She's like her bonded BDSM partner to this guy, because meth dick. That's how it works. Hi, company. Hi. I won't tell people how to do that. Fuck no. Well, number one, give up any hope of being an asshole and be a prime asshole forever. Like, it's just the most disgusting, vile thing I've ever seen in my life. Just the fact that it happens. It's not like a fentanyl dope slaving thing. It's a different technology. It involves acid and hypnosis and dreams that they spy on with these fucking. Oh my God, the company. I mean, they're in power for a reason, and I do admire many of their techniques. I don't expect to get any acknowledgement for giving them an attaboy. But yeah, it's actually really cool technology. It keeps this country safe. It keeps my dick safe too. No hugs. I guess I might have a strange version of COVID, which has interacted with chickenpox, some other strange bioweapon that I was exposed to by either time cops from the future acting like they were at 21 Jump Street, or just I went to school with a bunch of assholes who grew up to be like that. Yeah, they thought it'd be nothing but joy and giggles to infect Michael Kuzi with a STD deliberately. That isn't so bad. It's actually made me immune to herpes. Cool. But apparently they told everybody that I had AIDS because I fucked a stripper in the ass. They told people this gleefully. They apparently had fake video. I don't know what it takes to convince a 17-year-old girl of this, but apparently these guys had access to drugs, and they were part of the clan of people who were able to commit crimes and try and entrap younger children. That's the kind of town I grew up in. They sent undercover oinkers into schools and taught them how to spot a oinker like a mile away. Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool now, but at the time I was kind of disappointed. Why doesn't anybody want to hug me? Well, because they thought I had AIDS. Or they had been told I had AIDS, so you touch him, they'll never touch you with my meth stick. And I guess in my high school, meth stick was the fucking coolest party drink of the summer. I knew nothing of this. I didn't even know there was a difference, or what that difference meant, or why it's such a big deal. Trust me, it's a big deal. It's not just illegal, it's super illegal. 20 years just for asking the wrong guy. Yeah, it's dumb. Although it actually kind of necessarily needs to be that way. I guess people in the early days of civilization, like the 20s or the Great Depression. I guess people didn't get the message when they were told, hey, we don't want you to do that without permission. And we're not going to tell you how to get permission. And if you ask for permission the wrong way, you're 20 years. Like in the hole. Like prison, 20 years. It was a real problem. It still is, actually. I'm not going to make it a worse problem. Fuck no. Fuck no. I love my country as well as my military. My military is on top of the problem. They got to figure it out. It may not be effective, but it is their choice. It's a military technology. Yeah, for real. I'm like at least 3 dozen Secret Service across the country are watching my case. Fuck no, I love Joe Biden. I don't, not just saying that because I want to get in Jill's pants. I don't care. I don't give a shit if they're on the moon or not. I voted for Joe Biden because I wanted to give him a chance. I don't have to vote for Mr. Trump. He's the greatest president that has ever lived in the history of creation. He doesn't need my vote. He needs me to be effective. That means while I'm demonstrating the validity of the Supreme Court, if the Supreme Court's wrong, why don't you open a case and then prosecute me? Good luck. I guess they don't want to do that. They can get me for distributing the peace, frightening librarians, if I actually do that, but I don't. It's the gaggle of Clando Spurghead company men that follows me around trying. Oh, let's try and tie his shoelaces together with meth, and maybe he'll fall for it. No, I don't. I knew that this was going to happen when I started dating what's her nuts. I mean, I knew that was the script. She had a little sister I didn't see for 3 years. I wasn't even allowed to see a picture of her. What that meant was she had multiple sisters, and some of them, well, they weren't sure who they wanted to, spike me with. Because I don't know why they thought I was there, but I know exactly why I was there. I was bored. And then I saw a picture of Sweetie. My God, she's beautiful. And then in her future self, she gets murdered. She comes back through time and she jumps through a portal in the Facebook. I don't know if you know that beings from the future can travel as little spirit sprites. I didn't know that either. But I suddenly am compelled to think about this hallucination where in the future she's murdered and she comes back in time for my help. Tee-hee. Like, I don't listen to this nonsense because anything that's coming back from the future, that's a tape recording. It's a spurred off company. It's a script. It can get downloaded in anybody's head. They just happen to like mine. They think I'm always going to do everything for Tammy. No. I arranged to have her resurrected in the past at a time that was inconvenient for her. And then when she tried to catch up to me, I ran. Oops. Oh, usually that's what she does. Huh. It's funny, after you know somebody for 35 years and discover you don't know them at all, you know their handler, and every message you ever sent them has been passed through some sort of Rube Goldberg machine of changing it from one person to another. I haven't talked to the real girl since she said goodbye and didn't kiss me. It's usually a pretty good sign when somebody doesn't kiss you goodbye and they leave. And then her lesbo twin sister, who looks a lot like her, she's got like 8 sisters, which is fine. That's the company for you. I don't think they're clones. No, they're real women. Each more devastatingly blunderbuss than the last. Whichever one I went to high school with, I didn't see that one later, but she would occasionally have an agent invite me to California. Such a great state. And I would be there to be like, let's catch up. We're friends. It was so important to her that we remain friends because after all, she did rape me and leave a whole bunch of evidence behind and thought that wouldn't be a problem. But it isn't a problem, except I guess she wanted a baby too. Oh, but I got AIDS. Wait a second. Who did that? Oh, I guess somebody else wanted to breed her. Oh, intrigue. I didn't report any of this to the police. Why? They were there. They did it. I knew that one day this would come out. Okay, well, that makes her a victim. Makes me a victim. Did I mention 40-year RICO? Yeah, it's been something that's been a racketeer-influenced corrupt organization. Most notably, Ken Noreen's circus band. Hey, Ken. This guy was taking the kids to different parts of the country. Oh, he's famous. I mean, why not? It's a good band. There's nothing weird about it. Ken Noreen's cool. I mean, shit, the last time I saw him he was. But apparently there was something involving these other deeper machinations that apparently involved telling everybody in the school that I fucked a stripper in the ass to lose my virginity rather than have desultory free baby sex with the confused Abo Kiwi. Royal, but nevertheless. Yeah, if she wanted me to have sex with her, she could have just asked. She didn't want sex with me. Ew, gross. She wanted a free baby. I hope it's from you. Yeah, I bet. I don't know what she wants. I don't know anything about what she wants. She's 8 different women. Yeah, have you met many Sagittari? What's the word for cuspers? They usually call them unicorns. They don't really exist. It has something to do with the cusp of prophecy. Yeah, everything from 19 to 25 is the cusp of prophecy. 25 being Jesus. Everything before that having a twat, I guess. One of my grapefruits that I really like is 23. She's not 19. And apparently 19 and 23 were scissoring it up and thinking that they needed to hide that because they were embarrassed. Of what? I don't know, but they're women, right? That is not a problem. None of that's a problem for me. I knew that day one. I knew that looking at the screen. Because I don't usually think about women in the future who get murdered and don't want my help. I'm obviously useless. So why would they ask me for help? Well, because everybody in the future hated her. Pretty easy deduction to make. Now, whether this is true or not, or whether it's a metaphor, I have no idea. I do know that I deliberately wanted her alive in the past so she could grow up a little more. Clearly, like fine wine. Believe me, whoever these women are, even if it's just one woman who's born on 8 different days. Standards. I don't know what it is. It's company tech. I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get a decent fucking meal paid for by somebody who wants to suck my dick. What's that like? I don't know. Well, I mean, I know what the decent meal is like, and I know what sucking. I know what that. Ew, gross. Seriously, like why? Oh, so I can owe her something? No. Somebody else wants to do it. Okay, fine. Nobody else has. I don't even know how. It's done. Since nobody's ever asked me. They've just assumed that I was going to sham it down their throat or something. No, I don't even want to do that. Like, I'm this person they don't understand really exists. They think they're the unicorns. Well, yeah, I guess. I'm better. I'm a virgin unicorn. I've never even had it done by somebody who was serious about it. I don't even care. One person did try to do it while I was sleeping. Well, okay, I had a full bladder, and I pushed her away violently because I was sleeping. Why can't she do it when I'm awake? Oh, because the fear of rejection. Something about this whole process is real complicated for women. And I guess that's before they find out that apparently there is a way to get pregnant by swallowing semen. Ooh, yeah, imagine that. And the men who are fascinated with anal sex, yeah, so they don't have to worry about babies. And so they can humiliate the woman. So they can leave her without a family and just take away the pleasure and not bring anything back. Except, here you go, honey, here's a box of candy. Like, some men are dicks. Like, all up and down. And they have sex with women for very different reasons, as well as different from women. And some of them just want to exert power. Oh, I figured out how to conquer a woman, yeah. They actually feel that's good. They think that's part of the romance. They're fucking insane. They're Americans. They've been taught by, I don't know, something Tavistock came up with in the wake of the McCarthy Red Scare, which is a lot more accurate than you might have thought. Okay, so let's back to me. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the woman again, but now that I know what's gone on, oh, no wonder she was mad. Okay. Hopefully she cheers up a little when she discovers that I'm a whoop-ass avenging scepter of vengeance. Not just to impress her, but mostly just to impress her. The woman who hasn't broken up with me. No, she didn't break up with me. She just arranged to have me humiliated, which, yeah, I guess she wasn't hoping to have sex with me anymore. Yeah, since she didn't want to have sex. She wanted a free baby. I was never interested in a free baby. And I guess her friends were positive they could use magic or something to convince me to be that stupid. The penultimate plan was to put me in the closet with a different virgin and fill it with pheromones and watch me turn into a rape face. That was their plan. This is what my high school student body thought about in their off time. I thought about G.I. Joe and Transformers. Not only was I a year younger than them, hey, no oxygen in the brain. Yeah, I wasn't really worried about how I was going to reproduce another hellish life to live in this fucked off turd hole purgatorial universe. Now that I can breathe and I know why, oh, cool, I should raise an army of children to go out and kill all the psychiatrists. But no. They might be at a baby ceremony. Being at a baby naming ceremony, I think that should automatically be a cone of invulnerability, I believe. I think if you're at a baby naming ceremony, you shouldn't get killed. And if you do, God should send you right back down. No, you name that baby. Yeah, and what, like christening the yacht, except you got to break the cock over the bottle. Like, what? I don't get it. I really don't. But I'm not mad about it. I was mad because I wasn't told the truth. Totally different proposition. And not just because I become a master of divination, which is actual. Look, I can get my questions answered now. Now I get it. I really do. I have a friend who's a Jew who sent me a message today. It was so sweet. He's really nice. He's a Jew, so that consists of being an asshole and not throwing me in prison. That's nice for a Jew. Seriously, they're vicious people. And apparently I got on the wrong side of them at some point. Oops. Oh, sorry. Damn. You're not going to put me in an oven, are you? Because you're not getting me hot, that's for sure. I don't really need to make jokes about them, but it is fun. I do have the license. Literal, an apparition of Buddy Hackett and Milton Berle and other men of the era did not appear to me visually. But I had the sense that they were in the room saying, "Hey, here you go, here's your license, kid. Just try to be funny." Like, honestly, I mean, it wasn't cover for anything. I'm legitimately funny. And when I'm funny about Jews, it doesn't mean I'm covering up for something. It doesn't mean I'm compensating for something, unless it's Comedy Central's shitty midnight lineup. I mean, it appears that, oh my God, you smoked weed and you made fun of a Jew? Well, you're dead. Just run out and just bet everything on horses. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be that way anymore, which is great. For one thing, I don't have anything left. I've been ransacked. For another, apparently something happened to the Jews that made them less humorous, which I think is hilarious. Was it a seance with Hitler? Did Lionel actually admit that he was a fan of me? Lionel knows who I am, by the way, incidentally. I don't know this for sure, but he was on the Buzz 107.7. No, not 107. 99, 100.7. Yeah, they had Lionel on in Seattle, and he's a New York prosecutor, as whiny as you can imagine. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, on the same station that I discovered Tom Likas on. Oh, have you heard of Tom Likas? Oh, you'll like him. Maybe. I think he's cool, but he doesn't have a show anymore. At the time, the Buzz was the talk that replaced whatever the fuck was on 100. There's 99.9 and 100.7, and you have to have like a decent radio and be close to it. It was a niche talk radio station. They may have played Art Bell until 6 a.m, I think. I don't know. I like talk radio. I like music. I like radio. I'm not a freak like Art Bell. I don't have a body and a libido made for long distance communication and a desire to take ham radio to the Miss Piggy level. I don't. Art Bell did, obviously. That's cool. I think that's why we all love him. And the fact that a terrible threatening event happened to his family that was exactly like mine and nobody cared about either of us, that doesn't surprise me at all. Because he was an oinker and I was my father's son, and I don't know what my dad did. My dad did something horrible. I don't need to talk about it. Man's dead. I don't need to implicate anybody else. I don't really want to know. I'm guessing it was pretty stupid. Since, number one, nobody will tell me. Number two, people look at me like I'm an idiot for even asking. Number three, I don't give a fuck what a bunch of spurged off old Masons think. Like, maybe they were wrong. Maybe they should have told me. Let's try it and see. Maybe they just hit me with a blast of scopolamine. They did that when they sold my wedding ring. Like, all of a sudden, I'm in a house, and then I'm driving down the road. I guess there's this drug called scopolamine. Have you ever seen Serpent on the Rainbow? Creepy movie. In reality, I didn't get anything kind of like that. Was that Craig Wasson? I don't know. There was no serpent. There was no rainbow. All of a sudden, I was like a mile and a half away from where I had just been standing. Feeling weird, yeah. Feeling real weird. And why I was in a trap house at all anyway? Well, apparently that was the only place they could go, because this woman's friends base had abandoned her once they discovered that she was the top hood rat of the entire world. And they knew this because she was dating me, and I was just giggling. Now, I don't know what people thought of me, but since these two hood rats were later on compelled to try and turn me in, and that failed, much to their panicked chagrin, I guess she didn't know that she was dating a real big deal. I don't know what my father did to piss everybody off, but my people have never forgotten it. They're waiting to see me pay off. Either dead in prison, dead by suicide, dead by bankruptcy. Wait, can that kill you? Oh, so I guess my dad ripped off Jews. I guess Jews spent a lot of money to get my country bumpkin ass dad out of the Hungarian peasant village, and they moved him all the way to Seattle. And then rather than make money for him, I think my father decided to try and start up his own football network with his buddies. My dad was kind of a dip. Hey, Doug. And that's kind of, I mean, I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it, but I guess people thought that was kind of disrespectful. It turns out the syndicate likes to make its own money, and they didn't think my dad had much of a head for business, because he didn't. Lovely man, though, honestly. And when I discovered that he was raised by Stalinists who pillaged his village and killed all the men and raped all the women and killed his cat and gave him a gun and shot him up for 3 years, yeah, I can see why he was kind of cranky. I could see why he was not the most fun father to be around. But nevertheless, he was probably the best father ever, for reasons I'm not going to get into right now. If you want to read all my forum posts, you can probably figure it out. Here's a hint. He couldn't figure out how to get vengeance on Stalin, so he made me. I figured it out for him. He had people for that, and it was just me. I don't even have to be a vampire. I'm not. Who's that Hungarian Schweinhund bastard asshole? The Hungarian hood rat. Who's that guy? Not Hugo Boss, no. I can't remember his name, but I thought he was dead. But now he's not dead. He's back. He's like Goldstein. He comes back as the boogeyman whenever somebody needs to make fun of my heritage. Incidentally, Einstein was Hungarian. He was more ashamed to be a Hungarian than he was being a Jew. My people are assholes. I'm like 99% for pure blood. Okay. I was born here, sure. That just makes me more of a dick. So now I'm 52. People knew my father when he was a tremendous soccer player, a tremendous athlete. He really was. But when I was his son, he had been kicked in the back, had cracked vertebrae, was afraid to smoke weed, and was sitting on the couch watching TV because he had pissed off his wife. And he thought he would compensate for that by yelling at her. Ew! It was a dysfunctional family to the turds. No social work came to try and help us. No, the only time we got social work was at the end of their lives when they were looking for a way to blame me for all of it. My hand to God, this is how the system works. So I'm a little bit dismayed. Hi, have you ever read that Constitution? Well, maybe you should be more careful, since I can read and write and spell. And most of those people who are, well, what you gonna do about it? They still don't know what I've done, other than something. And they're fucked. Nobody really knows how or why. I don't care. Each individual person experiences their wrath of God in other ways. Seriously, I don't know exactly why strangers decided to gang up and try to make money off me. And did so unimpededly for decades. And as soon as I found out, it's battle klaxons. I don't really like that kind of thing. I guess people thought I couldn't do anything, or that I was too weak or afraid. No, I just literally didn't know. It never occurred to me that anybody who loved money would hate themselves so much. Like, do I look like I have anything better to do other than to make a bully's day miserable? Because I don't. That's not my primary purpose yet. But teaching a bully a lesson. Wow, I was born the week of the teacher. Batter up, kid. If I still had my family. I mean, it was a fake Clando family, but still. So was the one I was born into. Seriously. She told me that he refused to take her to movies anymore, so she took me. She took me to all the James Bond movies. He never liked going to see any of the movies with her. He said he liked, and he didn't say this. She said that he would tolerate going on dates with her to movies, but the only movie he really liked was Sound of Music, Julie Andrews. Now, why that was the only one he liked, leave that up to your own imagination. But he was Kuzi, Mike Kuzi. He told me his real name was Mihai. Mihai, that's your name, buddy. Okay, sure, Clando Pants. So that's Grapefruit's Sweetie's father. Just like her father, except arguably less effective. But for a while, they had great promise. These days, the greatest soccer player in the world is another man who has a 5-letter name and goes by just that, and it ends with an I, but it starts with an M, not a K. Messi. I asked my dad when he was in the assisted living care facility that he had to go to after he fell down and ripped his knee and broke his nose, and, well, I guess that's what happens when you drink vodka, Dad, thanks. I don't know why you wanted that, but okay, sure. I think he was trying to kill himself. Anyway, so he never came home again for longer than 10 minutes, except for the one day that he tried to get me to kidnap him. He's wearing like $30,000 worth of equipment strapped to his feet. He wants me to help him go AWOL. Does that mean, how I'm going to prove I'm going to love him? Hey, my dad was kind of, drug addict in denial. Okay, so that was my dad. That's not really me. And since I saw that coming, when I was like 9, I think it's probably pretty safe to say that my plan to prepare for that eventuality has worked like a charm. Both of them are dead. I didn't have to push them down the stairs. Everybody thinks I did. I don't give a fuck what people think. Every fucking dollar I've got, I earned. I took care of them. They're dying. I took care of them. Nobody else would. Literally, nobody else showed up. I don't know what they did, but it was bad. Also, they were pretty disagreeable anyway. It doesn't matter. And of course, I was terrifyingly perceptive. And the one wrong word said around me in the earshot, I'd be like, I figured it out. Oh, is that what you did? Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't quite that in tune with it. But since then, I've been sentenced to involuntary committal at the hands of Richard Graper. Facts. I mean, it's kind of flattering. It's also freaky. What is wrong with you people? Do you just not have enough to do in your day? You need to create existential threats on the fly? No, it's called you're all polydrug addicts. They're in deep, heavy denial. When complex coping mechanisms collapse, they do so in spectacular, unexpected ways. You're lying about who for how long? Kelly is Tammy? No way. Well, who's the other one? Oh, is that supposed to be a secret? Okay, well, since they're stealing my money and stalking me, maybe it's not so much of a secret. Maybe people know. Maybe I'm the only one in the dark. Wow, does that sound creepy to you? Yeah. If it wasn't my father having done I don't know what, it would be criminal felony stalking. Instead, it's an investigation that's gone on 40 years in a RICO. They bumped up into Art Bell's RICO. Wow, what happened to Art Bell's family? Nobody knows. What happened to mine? Well, nobody's really sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to figure it out. And then not tell you. Like Mr. Bell, I am a private person. And I know exactly why. I didn't get to hang out with Ramona. Ramona was in the Reflecting Pool user group on WebTV. And I embarrassed her accidentally. And she thought I was hot as fuck. And I didn't know who she was. I don't know if she was Ramona Bell then. This is like in the 90s. Anyway, she must have been friends with T. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked because I would just run away with Ramona. Okay, T, have your way with old man. Because it's not like I was obsessed with T. I was just kind of like, why did you just do all that? Why did you not break up with me? Oh, because she didn't want to. Her family is being trafficked by groom gangs led by Jennifer, who, get this, she gives me a voice recorder, which I now have 2 of, but not the same model, and they've been stolen. And there's a 3rd one at the house. Should I buy a 4th one? Maybe if you keep on stealing, Bill Gav, I can just have like sunglasses on the dashboard of the sheriff's car and kill Bill. Okay, so there's a girl named Jen who is actually really nice, but at the time she was total lesbo. Charles Dickinson completely. Like, used to be a man, I guess. I don't know. She didn't like me because she wanted the person who was trying to get a free baby out of me to love her instead of me. Because she was a siren. It's amazing what kind of magic is actual real. Magic is really just a crappy offhand way to say, it's technology that we don't understand, but it works. Magnetism used to be magic. Yeah. Tammy used to be magic. That's because the bitch is magic. She's awesome. So, the fact that she's a Time Lord from the future who works on Vice and has abilities that she doesn't want to reveal to me and that she's been through hell and back 3 or 4 times, that's no surprise to me. Fuck, she was born in hell. She was born on the day of the Hellraiser. Then 6 months before that, there's the cusp of magic. She's born on the day of I forget what, but she's a badass. That's my sweetie. I don't know if you call her what. Doesn't matter what name you call her. It's still the same soul group. And she's such a badass, she can like change reflections of her inner soul gem and show different faces of herself to me. To me, specifically. She knows all of them. Fuck yeah, she's got like 200 different cells now. She keeps dying and coming back to life over and over and over in like a little tiny stasis bubble, which only intersects with my life 2 or 4 times a year. I don't know how it works, but the fucking Navy does, because this whole twin flame phenomenon, that's military. It's cool. Tammy's cool. And the guy who tried to peel me off her so that he could breed her, he's not cool. He's not cool at all. I don't know who he was. He lied. Doesn't matter. We're moving on to the future. I don't even know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know where any of these people are. I don't know what they really feel. These are fantasies. In the world of the neurosphere, there's only one mind. In reality, they're probably not going to think anything of it. They may not even be aware what their subconscious mind dreams about. That's kind of the way Jungian psychology works. I myself didn't even know what happened until recently. I just thought that she was ridiculously naive and mind-controlled by dudes with crystal meth in high school. So I figured I'd figure it out later. I'm pleased that I worried about Kennedy first and this problem second, but disappointed to discover that if I had worried about that one earlier, I might have discovered that my mother knew all of these people. She was friends with her mother. She set this all up. That's all this little group of women who work together. It's called company women. Ugh. And my mother used to suck cock and smoke coal at the house that I live in now. Yeah, that's fine. It's cool. Frankly, it enhances its value to me. I don't mind that my mother did that with other people. When she was alive, I could never have imagined. Now that she's dead, I can easily envision her being a coke-smoking slut. I don't think that's dishonor her, especially if she did it. Especially if she did it on top of a pile of mining tailings worth $86 billion. Closely guarded by this hydraulic mining system. Oh, it's for drinking water. Oh, no, it's actually for siphoning platinum and palladium out of the ground. Thank courtesy of neighbor Shane. Thanks, dude. Oh, you keep all the money? Oh, no. Yeah, give back the water. Give back some money. Start playing fair with me, Stretch. I don't care how many Gatling guns you have, dude. You need more samurai than guns to handle, well, what you've gotten yourself into. Like, I don't hate you at all. I don't care what you are doing. I saw one of your kin. Watkins. I saw him. I told him specifically, you're a great neighbor. You really are, because now that you've been educated the right way, the Mejo way, yeah, you pretty much leave me alone, don't you? That's because you're smart. I don't have to teach you to be smart. You're a Watkin. You're obviously smart. I kind of think your dialect and your Holmesy, folksy don't hound drawl. I mean, dude, you're a spook lord generaire. I'd like that about you, but it's not like I didn't notice. I in fact bought the house knowing, oh, okay, so over there's a big field, and when the spooks build it, they will come. And I didn't know how I was going to go. I didn't think I'd be there for like more than 3 weeks. Here, just 4 years later, I'm still talking about this shit. Shane, did you know that was going to happen? 4 years later, you still haven't smoked weed with me. I'm trespassed from your land because you can't answer the door when I knock. Dude, what? Can you handle Ichabod Kane if he comes by, or do you need like extra gunpowder and batting? Like what? I'm teasing you because you're my neighbor. You're a stereotype. You're a caricature of a human being. Perfect neighbor for me. I'm scared of you, so if anybody I invite over, they ain't gonna go bother you. And the notion that I would be, it's the company you keep, dude. It's the same company as yours. You're implying that my friends suck, really? Why? Because they won't blow you? Why? Now, this was years ago, but anyway, you don't know who my friends are. And now most of them are dead, so that's cool. But all of them would want you to smoke weed with me. You know, weed, that stuff's legal now. Oh, you don't do that either? Really? You know, when I bought the place, I didn't think it was going to become Soberville. Where did that become the plan? Soberville. Who's this teetotaler that pulls the strings? Okay, well, there's Kelly. Hi, Kelly. She's not really a teetotaler. She just has to front that. And she means it, though. Like, I would not blow weed in that woman's face. She would know what to do. She could probably break my arm. I love Kelly. Now that I don't have to ask her questions, oh, it all makes sense. She's probably relieved to discover, oh, shit, I don't have to explain anything. Oh, hell no. I don't even have to explain to her with her dick. I don't care. I'd like to know where Travis is because I still got boxes in my memory that were at the house when the other woman, ostensibly her sister, she was having toys from Todd McFarlane, like dolls, basically. She's buying dolls for this kid because his mother didn't want him to spend his money on dolls. She was enabling his doll addiction, and she was having them shipped to my house. That's so that there's a record in the U.S. mail system. I shit you not. Travis Talbert, 16266 39th Northeast. Your Honor, I present Exhibit B. Obviously, Travis Talbert lived there. Mr. Kuzi must have been trafficking him. Oh, okay. Let's move him into an involuntary committal. That's kind of why Donna was sucking my dick at all. And a bit begrudgingly. She asked me for permission, which always turns me on. Oh, you're going to ask me for permission? You're not going to ask her money? Weird. All right, well, anyway, she was still married to Todd. It was a whole gang of Satanists. And I handed them their ass, and they still love me. So that's impressive. The person I was told she had been having an affair with that had busted up their sham marriage with Todd, he's my friend, too. I went to high school with him. I love him. Shit, I might go gay with him just to piss off Grapefruit. She gives me no fucking lip. I don't fucking know who's I'm going to suck off, but why not? Why don't I just suck off a mannequin? I don't know. I don't know what these rules are, but apparently it really matters. Since she told everybody that she had, and then she told everybody that I cheated on her, and none of that was true. Okay, well, cool. I'm glad she's not too embarrassed. She still has her job. Everybody's in trouble. I mean, she must be like, wow. It's like when you lean on the LCD monitor and it turns into a rainbow with sparkles. It's like she karate chopped the entire room and everything's just like I don't know if you know about DMT. Oh, it's so illegal. Anyway, if you go into a dark room and you beat on the crystals with a hammer, they explode with light. Haven't seen this yet because, of course, I've never seen DMT. I can't be invited to one of those parties. Oh my God, I might find out. Oh my God. A 49-year-old man from Seattle knows what cool drugs are? Yeah. I was kind of offended it took as long as it did. But now that I know why, I'm kind of okay with that, actually. I mean, I didn't seek him out. But I thought I had real friends. No. I had undercover police investigators. Like I said, 40-year RICO. Every single person I've ever really liked has been investigating me. Either as a potential future husband or as a robbery target or as, wow, could this guy really be my friend? Yeah, you dumb bitch, I'm friends with all of you. I don't care what you think. I'm your friend. That's why I don't ask and embarrass you about how you're afraid of Michael Kuzi. Really? Why? Oh, I'm going to ruin you for other men? Yeah, that can happen. Here's a hint, though. You've never actually met a real man until me. It's not really that much of a stretch to say that's true for some of these women, most of whom are, well, my age. And hi, this isn't high school anymore. I'm 52. Why are they thinking about me? Number one, they've died, they've gone to heaven. God has told them to pay attention. Number two, they're alive and they're bored as fuck. Oh, that guy? What happened to him? Okay, well, I found out why I couldn't talk and breathe and kiss. My nose. Found out why I wasn't getting drugs. Oh, okay. Found out how to redeem my family's honor. It's like I'm Worf we're dealing with the repercussions of the Kittimer massacre. It's not very far off from there. I still haven't gone to a high school reunion. When I met Grapefruit, I was like, oh, you should go to my high school reunion because people would be impressed. Yeah, she didn't seem to jump at the idea since I think half of my high school class was listening over their bone phones at the time. Like, I don't know what kind of technology my high school had. I didn't get it. And since then, they all used as much of it as possible to get as far away from me as they possibly could since they fucked up and they were on paper and they figured it was just a matter of time before I called the police. Why would I call the police? They know what they did. What better way to punish somebody than to ignore them? I don't know. I don't know what they did wrong. I don't know. I'm not carrying a grudge. I was over this shit years ago. Then all of a sudden, not only is she, really she's at Bill Gab. Just sitting there, huh? Oh, she thinks I'm an idiot. Oh, she doesn't know who I am. Oh, she's embarrassed because she found out how she got trafficked. Oh my God, she doesn't know what to say. And she's afraid she's going to go to prison if she admits what she's done. She's not going to prison. Unless that's what she thinks of as my bedroom. Sure, okay. Why would she go to prison? Everybody was victimized. Even the perpetrators were victims. Some sort of time travel deal, which is why Art Bell's involved, which is why she knew him and her, which is why I didn't get to meet with him. Oh, yeah, they figured I couldn't handle it because somebody told her that I was likely to be a cat killer who bashed on gays. My hand to God, that was the story. She was fed. She believed it. She never checked with me. Fuck no. I love cats. I love gays. Why would I bash on them? Oh, right, because somebody else was going to, and they wanted to switch places with me. I don't think any of you really understand just how far ahead people plan sometimes. Like before I was born, there was a plan to sacrifice me. Seriously. Before I was born, my parents, I guess, dated in some fashion that must have involved some kind of trafficking-esque experience for like 12 years. Why did it take so long? Well, clearly they weren't grown up enough. Then I come out of the coups and I got 176 IQ, and they're worried that that's too smart. Yeah, I guess the men in black and the Dementors are going to come put me away, which they actually have. Yeah, I mean, I know tons of stuff now. Turns out it does work better when it's permitted and lawful and you're smart in the first place and you're not a child lying about it. You're a 49-year-old man. Like, I can't remember exactly how old I was when I saw this stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow. I see the big deal. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go to prison. Fuck you. No, you're not losing weight. You're losing reticence. You're going to answer my questions. She's whisked away. Her military commander has kept her out of the entire conversational thread ever since. This is actually admirable. I think it's fucking cool as fuck. That's how badass my military is. Yeah, that's what they had to do. Now that I know more, Jesus, it's such a huge fucking deal. It's huge. And then rather than fall for scams, Bill Gab, hi, dicks, all your shit has fallen. I'm last man standing today, probably forever. I'm sure somebody's impressed. Hopefully she has a twat. Wow, why can't she call me and ask me to give it a hug from the inside out with my dick? Oh, because my phone doesn't work. And every time it does work, somebody switches the lines. Hi, Bill Gab. This is what you do. I know this is what you do. You traffic people and you do it legally and you fucking love it. Kudos. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty good on you. Why you're doing it to me, I can kind of see it. Kind of makes sense. Since none of you have forgiven yourself for whatever the fuck it is you did. It was creepy and weird. Now that people know, yeah, you have to come to terms with yourself and with your God and what you've done, actually. You need to tell your truth about yourself to yourself. Tell the truth about yourself to another. And tell the truth about yourself to God. I don't care if you tell the cops. Fuck them. I guess you do. I don't care. I don't care at all. I just want to know the deal. And all of you knew and thought it'd be better if I didn't know. And I'm a tax-dodging nigger, am I? Oh, really? Wow, what a remarkably narrow-minded view. Do you think it came from a girl? Oh, yeah, so Jen, who I like now, she hands me a voice recorder, and I say into it, oh my God, Tammy, I love you. Because I'm 15, what the fuck can I do? She's the first girl, no, she's the first girl who ever kissed me. Okay, well, that's cool. Or wait, was it the other one? Yeah, there was this weird thing where she had like a double or something. It's not important right now. Maybe she probably remembers better than me. She also probably remembers better than me who was dispatched to steal her love letters from the house. And I saved them all. You never burn old love letters. Somebody came and stole them, along with my birth certificate, along with everything else. The house is ransacked. This is all normal for you, Bill Gab. You do this to everybody. It's just, I guess it's not usually cool when you do it to somebody. Oh, isn't this cool? I can hear children screaming in the distance. Isn't this cool? A terrible threatening event happens to my family, and then you pour on the napalm and light a match. Bill Gab. Hi, yeah. How are you not grateful every day that you're still walking around free? Oh, because I made that happen. I guess freedom isn't such a big deal when it comes from Jackstar. One ball. Yeah, I'm actually that interesting. And you all goddamn know it. You've been obsessed with me for years. You want to know what's going to happen? I don't blame you. I want to know what's going to happen. Now I know why Art Bell didn't like me. I kind of made it Ramona uncomfortable. I was an idiot. I've since forgiven her, but she's dead now. Shit. Well, that's kind of awkward. I don't really want to have ghost sex, but if I did, bam, number one. Evelyn Puglini, she's not even fluffing. Ramona was always the better witch. I respect Redacted, and I like her, so I don't want to turn it into sexual. Besides, I can't afford the per minute fees. And she actually has a professional life where she wants to be on radio. Fuck, she did that guitar show. I never listened to one episode of her guitar show. But yeah, she knows how to run a show. Why doesn't she have one, Belgab? Why? Because she and I can both apply for lost earning potential. Lost money. Lost opportunities to make money because of you, fucking Michael Van Dieven, fucker. Which one of you fucked him? Ugh, ew, goo, God, how do you forgive yourself? Oh, I guess you don't. Look, you can't be in denial, though, because this is real money on the table. And if I can't say things, or else Japan flies off into a tither, which they do, actually. I want to go live in the Roppongi. Can I do that? Anyway, bad suggestion. They'll kill me in Japan if I go to the wrong place. Yeah, I apparently tell some jokes that are not good in Japan. I talk a little too freely about the rape of Nanking. It's fucking horrible. Yeah, no shit. What am I doing about it? It's not a secret. I'm just not talking about it. Okay, so my Chinese partners, they're kind of enraged. And now I'm in Seattle, the city they bought. Do I sound contrite? No. I'm not. I wasn't there. I'm still working on the rape of Michael Kuzi. Oh, did Art Bell's son get raped in high school? Wow, Mike Kuzi's son got raped in high school. Wow, when do I write a book? Yeah, when the military says it's time, right? Not when Whitley Strieber says, oh, I want to collaborate. Not when Nero Blaze is ready for his close-up. Okay? It's a 40-year RICO. I don't give a fuck how cool George Nuri is. He's doing what the military tells him. I don't know why, but probably because he lives in America. It's not a bad idea. Unless it's noblesse oblige, or there's Stalinists who come in and kill all the men, rape all the women, kill your cat, and then give you crystal meth and a gun and tell you to go kill your neighbors. It's still probably not a bad idea to do that at that point. But see, I don't know those things. George Nuri does. Do you think he's a fat general? Incidentally, Pete Seth Rogen Hogg, I don't know. I like him. I do. I like his style. I like what they did. It's all theater. Except, I know who the fuck that is. Fuck yeah, he's a fucking genius. I guess David knows him. I mean Dennis, I mean Doug, I mean Dave. By the way, do any of you know Doug? The boy Doug, not the girl Doug who crashed a plane. Kind of like Counselor Troy. Not exactly, but there was a girl Doug who could fly a plane. Yeah, she's dead now. I didn't get to have sex with her either. That's okay, I'm not going to resurrect her. I'm not resurrecting anybody for sex. Like, that's creepy. The only person I know that I've resurrected, with Jesus' help, was Tammy, who was dead on Facebook. And I resurrected her in the past. So then one night, Grapefruit magically turns into Tammy and says that she was left there alone to die. She had like a different clothing, different hair, different person. Does that actually happen much, by the way? By the way, incidentally, did you hear that happening? Did you know that's what she was? Remember that picture that you had on, I don't know, years ago? That's Kathleen. I guess that's who Tammy becomes after she dies in the house that I now live in where my mother used to suck cock. It's brilliant. It's the coolest. It's better than The Haunting of Hill House. Do I sound despondent? No. Do I sound like I need a job? No. Do I sound like I want my dick sucked? No. I want you to buy my books. Period. I want books. I want them bought. I want money flowing in so I can throw it at Grapefruit's mother and say, don't give it to your whore of a daughter. Give it for us. I just want to say that for fun, just because I think it'd be kind of cute. The kids will all giggle. Of course, they're not really whores. They're bound, subjugate captives of the American military. Whore would mean they got paid. Shit, no, they don't get paid for nothing. Maybe they get less of a beating. I don't know. When you're a conquered person of a subjugated people, yeah, you don't have a real good life. That's why it's probably a pretty good idea to not get conquered. And my sweetie's been trapped up in this for like a while. Long enough that she can play the old racial memory card, which is kind of real. Also, they're all MK actives. I know how it works. You don't want to know. It's pretty cool, but there can be some kerfuffles. There could be some hiccups. There could be some inadvertent catastrophes. Women can go blender. They don't tell me when they go blender. I'm not Dr. Blender. I can't fix them. Fuck no. There's nothing wrong with them. They're supposed to go blender. That's what they made. That's what they made the goddamn honeypots for. Oh, there goes Counselor Ayab. Who is that? Who's that Japanese guy? Shinzo Abe. I don't know how he died, but I guarantee you there were 3 honeypots watching it. That's how the company. That's why you have a company. Most of you don't know what they actually do. You're all compartmentalized and you're not encouraged to find out. Hi, I research esoteric mysticism. That's my fucking job. Trust me, the pay is excellent. As in, I know enough cool stuff that I don't need money. I mean, yeah, it's nice, of course, but it's just going to disappear into a shoe pile. Some cobbler will just use it to feed his bastard inbred kids. I don't need money. I have wealth. I have the mind. I mean, there wasn't much else I could do since I couldn't breathe right. Nobody liked me. I apparently had AIDS. Did I? Really? Huh. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for letting me know. Years I'm calling this guy. Hey, what's going on? He never says, oh, by the way, you have AIDS. He gets on the web and he goes to Africa and he works with Leonard and another guy, I can't remember who. But there's more than one Azrae. I like that. I like Azrae. I miss him. One of them was this kid. I mean, it's weird how the company layers time. And none of this means anything. I mean, it might be true, but might not. If fucking Chuck Barris wrote Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, dude, there's no way that this is what I'm saying is legal. Because number one, you're hearing it. The military can cut me off anytime. Number two, it sounds badass, doesn't it? Yeah, this is just what I'm talking about freely. There's way more. Way more. Yeah, let's see if I can get a job. We should break down boxes behind the Safeway 8 or 9 hours a day. No, dude, I'm going to sit and write books. That's my job. Books. Yeah. And then Anita can claim my plagiarism. And then Stephen King can get back at me. See, if I don't have any books to work with, I can't bring anything to the table of the Writers Guild. Remember when all the famous writers were playing poker with Data on the holodeck? That's every boy's dream, if they could spell, right? Okay, so some of these famous dudes, they know me now. Let's just say there's reasons. I'm not surprised. I kind of thought I was delusional. And then I met George R.R. Martin. Fuck, he's cool as fuck. He really is. I don't want to. I'm spurging because when I tell him, no, I don't want your baby blue eyes and my dick in my. For what, Pawa? No, he's gonna be crushed because he is cute. Fuck, he wants a catamite like me. Yeah, he wants to tell me what to write for him. He wants to make money off of me. He's a Jew. He's an adorable Jew. I actually like that. I'm not Hitler. He's not dumb. Let's make lots of money. Yeah, so why did I meet him in Edmonds next to the teleporting ferry? Well, I guess there's a schedule. I guess he wanted to check me out. He was kind of nervous. Apparently, I do that to people when they've been thinking about me sexually. Well, that's weird. Well, that only happens to me when I'm in high school. This guy's like 65. He's still cute. Legit. He's got the bluest eyes I've ever seen. But anyway, I want to gush about that because he's definitely got charisma. He also has the balls to tell his fans to say, fuck off, I'm not finishing the book. Possibly because his source material is impacted, or else he's busy watching me. I don't fucking know. I don't know what happens at the higher echelons of success. I'm not allowed to go there. Oh no, that would spoil the souffle. It needs to rise properly on its own, and it needs to make money. Because if without money, there's no currency, there's no flow, there's no energy transfer, and then the Jews abandon it. Without Jews, you have no career. That's the writing game. Period. That's not a monopoly. They're smart. If Jews don't like your book, well, there's probably a reason. If Jews are blacklisting your book, there's probably a reason. They're like a significant portion of the market because, number one, they have money and they read. Okay, if you're a bookseller, these are two very non-negotiable qualities. You can't just get idiots who just buy the book and leave it on the coffee table. No. A coffee table book is one that a person buys to impress people that they have it. It's a cool idea. Azrae has scoffed at the notion of any Bill Gabb book ever being published. I guess you guys got a lot of secrets. That's cool, I'll write in code. And I guess my secrets written in code didn't stop somebody from piping everything that I was writing to another account to bounce it through, ding, ding, ding. Oh my God, I'm behind 7 proxies. And who's Charlie Kike? Oh, is he famous? Really? For what? Can he write? Well, not anymore, huh? No, now he's too busy being a secretary. Yeah, look, I'm not going to complain at all. Never in my life, Bill Gabb. I am flattered beyond words. It's such a cool gig. It's such a cool ride. Art is in heaven laughing his ass off because his main fear was that I was going to pitch a little bitch fit, be a little hissy whore, juice up Ramona and go running off to Tahoe. Shit, no, she would take me. And no, I would never do that to Art. Not the least of reasons is because, wow, a terrible threatening event happened to your family? Shit, yeah, didn't it? It was years later before I realized, oh, he was mirroring me. Huh, I wonder what really happened to Art. Well, the dude's a private man. Oh, he says, oh, Jesus, really? Oh, okay, he just told me. No, I won't tell him. Yeah, I've already forgot, dude. Never mind. No, yeah, so Art and I are pretty close. He thought about me while he was alive. He used to put his dick in women that I used to like. We have the similar tastes. I happen to have like the Filipina form. I don't like Hapas, but it's just because I don't know what they are. And Hapa, I've already got enough invisible Harveys in my life. The other thing is that I've already got a favorite Filipino picked out. I don't need more than one. Apparently Art had some kind of swinging thing. Apparently that's what happens to the military when they give fuck me chemicals to their employees and they tell them to fuck. Apparently they learn to like it. And they do it as part of the service to our country. Now, I don't know why Uncle Sam needs people to fuck people. I guarantee you that they do. Which sounds like fun, but, if you have to do it, it's not really fun anymore. It's a job. I can see how some of my friends that I think are fascinating. Susan Perry, fascinating. Oh, I bet you're all tired of her. If you know who she is. Kirsten? Oh, you must be tired of her. I saw her at the Fred Meyer. She was all running and tripping over herself. It was weird. She was like in full panic. I don't know why. Oh, because she thought she was getting away with something. She did. But I know. I'm the one that she doesn't want to be embarrassed in front of. I don't blame her. Yeah, she's not going to prison. She wishes. No, she's just going to the place in the world where, oh yeah, Michael Cousy, I stole an enchanted black sapphire from him and I scoffed at him. I guess I am a junkie rockhound. Oops. Oh, and I am a Jew. Oops. Oh, and I owe him how much money? Where's my tongue? I need to swallow it. Yeah, that's her. Now, I don't even mind so much because Jewish guilt is a very powerful force. I think she should feel guilty. She could have just asked for it. It wasn't not hers until she stole it. At that point, it's no longer yours. Hence the enchantment, lady. So since she's in denial and a rockhound junkie, Satan will whisper the adversary's messages to Jews who get addicted to rocks. That's why stone cutting. That's why masonry. That's why the Zohar, I think, or what the fuck it's called. They got secret Jew books that have secret fucking tool things in them. I'm not allowed to read those books. I asked about it once and I was looked at like I was scum because I am. No, goy, I'm not for you. Oh yeah? Oh, then I knew that there was something good in there. But I'm in no rush, right? So, of course, all these people are Jews. They're entertainment industry veterans. That's cool. They're supposed to be. Why wouldn't they be? You get a lot of benefits. You get to decide how to cut your baby's dick, and you know why. And then you can, I'm never going to tell them. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what it means, but I'm sure it has something to do with the desert. And even though I tell these jokes in a way that sounds irreverent, look, I'm 52. If I haven't shot Jews yet, I'm not gonna. I don't even have sex with them. They don't like me. Yeah, apparently they didn't cut enough off or something. I don't know. It's not a big deal for me. I don't have my whole ego, my soul identity caught up in Jew lingo and Jew politics. I think they're perfectly reasonable to handle because, of course, I do have 176 IQ. Yeah, they're pretty easy to handle for me. Oh, look, it's a Jew. With that, I will lose. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Oh, are they following me? Oh, that's a Jew with something to take. Like the knowledge of why he's tangling with Jackstar. Turns out it's because, I don't know, something important. I don't want to unravel the secrets of Jewish mysticism to you, but hey, here's a hint. I've been studying the esoteric for 30 years. Jews are kind of in charge of that. Kind of. There's actually other different schools of mysticism on the planet. The Yakuza apparently think I'm pretty cool, but they want to whip my ass into shape. They don't want to like, oh, Jackstar, you're so cute. They don't want to be like an Asian waifu who's otaku. You know this word? Otaku. Yeah, no, otaku for Jackstar is very bad. For one thing, I'm not even otaku about the Yakuza. I genuinely think they're awesome. Japanese assassins? Fuck yeah, they're not even Japanese. You don't get to know who they are. Fuck you. Could be Thai. Eat my dick. Yeah, I love the Asian studies. They have a whole different way of doing things. Mostly involving, if you don't agree, they kill you. So you better not ask unless you're serious, dude. I'm not even kidding. They kill you. They put you into an oni. They fly you around the room for a while. Those paper dragons. Yeah, they can do that. They can put you in a pigeon, but that's Algonquin Bush League. And then they can put you back into an approximation of your original body, but it's actually a biomimetic form of magic solidified to look like a flash beast. Yeah, it's still an oni. Yeah. What your real body? Ancient Chinese secret, kid. Don't look in the laundry. Yeah, that's what kind of Shaolin monk powers are available out there. I can't do this stuff. I can't even slow my heart rate when I think about Tammy. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, really? I get to reject her? I'm a Virgo. Yeah, she didn't see that one coming. I don't know if she knew the significance of the Scorpio Mars placement, but here's how it basically works. Mars is work, Scorpio is dick. She works with dick. She's never worked with mine. Why? Oh, because I don't rape her fast enough. Yeah. Huh. Well, I understand how a person can have standards there. He's got to be able to rape me fast so I can quick get out the window and fly away with semen. Like, that's actually kind of romantic if you put it that way. So I was thinking about making a reinvention of the 50 Shades of Grey and make it something else with the letter T in it. 50 font styles for Tor. Or I don't know, whatever the fuck I was going to do. And then I was going to make her the main character. At every age. Because I don't give a shit if she's 90. She can pretend to be 12 because she's got the brain of a turnip. As soon as Dick gets in the conversation, she's like, "Oh, me." It's part of the training. It's not even non-complimentary. I think she's cute doing it. She hates everything about herself when that happens because it's not her. It's training. It's gross. Why this woman has a clando group of 4 or 5 quasi siblings, and none of them want to admit to this. Hi, I'm Jack Star. I guess I'm intimidating. Oh, are they afraid to go to prison? Huh, they wish. I didn't do anything wrong. Why would I go to prison? Am I Falcon or am I Snowman? This is all role play for them. Some of them can teleport, my hand to God. Do you know there's a teleportation school underneath the Sphinx? Do you know why? Well, because you don't get to it unless you know how to teleport. I guess once you learn how to teleport, there's other things to teach, like where not to go, what not to do, how to not piss people off, how to not tell people, hey, I can teleport. You want a carpool? No, you don't do these things. Because for thousands of years, people have figured out if you tell other humans who can't do these things that you can do them, they kill you. Fast, slow. Doesn't matter. They don't care. They'll kill you. They won't wait for Sam Jackson. They don't need a guild. Look, that creeper can teleport? What a douche. Yeah, because obviously anybody can do that. And it wasn't going to the water in Bangladesh and bringing back jugs of water every day for everybody for at least 7 months. This scum. Hayden Christensen? Oh, did he start robbing people? Did he trick out an apartment with his teleportation powers? Yeah, I bet Sam Jackson should have killed him better. I don't care if he's Anakin. I don't care. Dude, if I could teleport, I wouldn't be teleporting into vaginas. No. Maybe Chernobyl, where the nuclear vessels are. Let me see if they can fix your foot. I don't know what I would do. But I wouldn't be a self-absorbed narcissist, vainglorious dick, which is what most covert narcissists are, and those are the kind of people who dream about, oh, I wish I could teleport in and grab the evidence and leave. Whee! Then I won't have to do any work. I don't have to do the tedious setup stuff where I pretend to be his friend. No, they can just teleport. It's just the most juvenile novel ever. And I guess they were going to make more movies about Jumper, but Jumper was so tedious and sad. Very sad. That was probably the point, but I think there's more books. Well, I was thinking I'd probably find out where he lives and then steal his car, steal his computers, impregnate his wife, and then rewrite his books in an afternoon. And then run away, wee! And they'll never know it was me. How's that work? Okay, that's what I think of you, Belgab, trying to do anything to me. Like, you've had years, not just counting since Oklahoma. Don't even get me started with that shit. You've had years to run your little games on everybody. Look, it's been a good time. You can still run game in the future. I happen to like it. Can it not be stupid for you, or does it have to be stupid? Are you contractually bound to look stupid while you're doing it? Because I'm not on contract or looking stupid. It doesn't matter how many times somebody says, take your meds, schizo. I'm not looking stupid. It's been years, dude. My whole city knows my name. They did before. Now they know why they hated me. One ball. Shout out to Mike Cunningham. Mike Cunningham. How did I miss that? Cunningham. Okay, well, he probably should have been clever enough not to hurt my feelings. Bye-bye, Bub Scouts. I used to be a Boy Scout. I quit. Faster than Art Bell going for cigarettes. I got my arrow of light. Boom. Did not feel like going on to the Boy Scouts. Not because of the gay, because of the hazing. Like, it was stupid. Why was I hanging out with a group of kids who mocked me and made fun of me? Cunningham. Well, I don't know what my dad did, but it was pretty bad. And there was nobody there to say, hey, when that kid grows up, he's going to be useful. Why would I be useful? When I found out what happened to my dad, there was no guarantee they thought that I wouldn't be mad about it. Well, isn't he going to be on his dad's side? Fuck no. I'm pretty sure my dad's side is unreasoning psychotic hatred of Stalin. Okay, fair. For me, that's like a 3-hour strategy session as a daydream. For him, it was like the entire thing was like, how do I get even with Stalin? Oh my God, now I'm in America. I'm married to this dingbat whore. She won't put up. My kid's a retard. What do I do? Well, he didn't believe in God, so I don't know what he did. But it didn't matter. I loved him. Once I figured out why he was such a douchebag, well, it's nothing to forgive, but I'm surprised he was happy as he was. Now, in the midst of this, I'd like to point out, is anybody listening to this and thinking, he's just high? He's just on drugs. He's a menace to society. He's a threat to society. Is anybody thinking that? Because if you are, you should neck yourself now. And when I told that to somebody on Twitter, in response to them saying, I'll be your fantasy, I'll do anything you want, neck yourself. I got a warning from Twitter. Against community guidelines. Really? I thought that was funny. Really? That was against... Okay, well, geez, I guess I'm more intimidating than I thought. How about if I said neck my penis? Would that be bad too? And if so, would it be bad for worse or similar or greater? I don't know. I grew up raised by wolves with idiots and had no friends and couldn't breathe. I'm not really expected to understand these social interactions. So to say that Belgab Cognoscenti needs to drum up some fucking paper and not only involuntarily commit me, but also make up a list of reasons why I gotta take court-ordered drugs instead of what I think. Oh, really? Is that what you think? Yeah, try it, buddy. Try it. Oh, do it, dude. Do it. I want to see you pull it off. On the person who will replace me after I disappear. Dude, I will leave this dimension. Okay? No shame in it. I don't have to tell you how. Are you in a U.S. Marshal, dude? No, you're Swishy. Hi, Swishy. We haven't talked in ages. Well, largely because you're getting paid by somebody who discourages fraternization between targets and hitmen. I know every single one of you is a killer. You can't kill me. I'm too valuable. And I think it's, is it Linus Travers? I like him. I don't think I'm his biggest hero, but I did what I could. And that ginger that he set up, well, I can see why he did. And none of this is my business. I didn't volunteer for the guy to fuck him up. I was bored. I didn't come to Grapefruit's family to fuck them up. I was bored. And then I saw her and I was in love. And then her friend from the future who had just been murdered. Yeah, that's her girlfriend. Yeah, I sent her back in time to be alive. So she could have more time with her scissor friend. So of course I'm not getting mad at him. And somebody who wasn't named Swishy, who didn't have an iPhone, didn't spend a whole lot of time whispering poison pills into my sweetie's ear. I don't know which one or all of them. Fuck. I don't know how you do it, dude. But you're a sex pred team is what you do. You find weaknesses and you plot the solution until the Navy blows it up. She's just one woman. I don't even know what's happening. There's like 5 of you on rotation all day. Yeah, every woman will crumble. That's her job. I would have wanted her to crumble while telling me. Hi, I didn't get to find out. Hi. What is wrong with you people, Belgab? I think you got a condition. Everybody knows it. Just nobody knew what to do about it. Okay, well, I know what to do. I'm going to embarrass you in public. I'm going to tell my sweetie, yeah, she's okay. She has a lot of enemies. They all hate me more than her. We're going to go away to fucking Mongolia. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. Nepal. I can take her to the Raza Ghul place. My Yakuza accountants will be impressed that I brought my own geisha and that she's not. We can go on a world tour. It's kind of like what Kirsten did with me with Kala in Sweden, except not Kala, not Sweden. No, we'll actually have fun. And we won't go to Amsterdam and she won't be like, oh my God, how dare you smoke pot? I don't know how I didn't dare break in her jaw, but I mean, she's a woman. It was too surprising. And I don't think breaking her jaw would have helped since she was being fed lines by, hi company, hi, I'm Jackstar. I'm koozie. It's low class, dudes. So you're surprised that I spent her money on sushi. You're upset that I cost you money. Oh, did I embarrass the company? Well, buckle up, Buttercup. You're going to get more embarrassed now. Because this could all go in my book. I could be writing a book that praised the CIA, but first let me scatter you to the 4 winds for a few more months. Dudes, it's been 4 years. Is Pete Hegseth signing off on trading national treasures of security to help? Is that a good idea to treat me like garbage? No, it's not. I'm gonna run over to the Volga and send love letters to Putin. Why not? You did it with Snowden. Why would you stop me? I can be Moscow and the Hudson in fucking 3 phone calls, fucker. So you must have some reason for getting my goat. You're not getting a rise out of me, but you're getting my goat. Why is this? Well, number one, I'm obviously an idiot. How could I have been dating that woman? Are you kidding? This is the most satisfying relationship I've ever had in my life. I love her. She's such a piece of work that it seems incredible that I can handle her. I'm like Neo, one-handed, handing all blows. She's perfect. And she thought I couldn't do anything. Okay, well, She'll never think that again. She just wants me to do more of it. She still has her EpiPen. I say, hey, where'd this epinephrine pen come from? She says, I don't know. Okay, at that point I began to realize this really was her house. She and her scissor sweetie, that was their house. They sold it to me through the trust. No wonder they thought they owned the place. They did. Then they sold it to me, took my money, and ran off to go scissor. Yeah, that's cool. That's what total lesbo whores do. I love it. I do. That's why I identify as a 19-year-old girl. That's why they're not whores. They're doing what comes natural. After you forswear cock and you start worshiping Satan, whether you're aware or not, certain fundamental physical changes happen in the female brain. None of them good for me. But awesome for the person I was when I was prepared for it. Now, obviously, it's kind of some unexpected hiccups. Nevertheless, they're both still alive. I don't know where the fuck they are. I don't know if they're scissoring right now. I don't care. I don't care if she's sucking dick and scissoring. I don't care if she never sucks a dick again. I don't care if she is a lesbo. She's my friend. I love her. I don't have to have sex with her. She was the sex addict. Hi, MK Ultra, that's how it works. CTPSD, that's brought on by the careful application of drugs according to a protocol made up by the company. Hi, CIA, hi. Big admirer. So when people mess with this and they leave them in the company of somebody like me who doesn't know she's being messed with at all, and there's a whole bunch of lying people involved, the catastrophe inexplicably manifests as, well, that's no big deal, until it's a complete meltdown. And someone did that to her, not just me, but they thought it would be fun. Really? Did you have fun at Christmas? Are you still having fun? Okay, are you carrying a gun? Go to Capitol Hill right now and start practicing your speech. If I can't have a gun, why do you have a gun? If you know how to juice these women up, why don't I know? If you've been juicing up these women, why don't you tell me? If there's an op on me, why don't I know? Oh, is it a 40 RICO? Okay, I guess I can see why that happens. Okay, well, long before now, somebody should have read me in. And they did. They read in somebody else pretending to be me. And they thought that was me. No, I'm still Mr. Isolationo. Which is actually kind of cool. It's actually kind of cool. The whole thing is actually really, really swift. Now that I know what's going on. When I was living in ignorance, it was mind-bendingly awful. And a lot of people just kill themselves. Bang. It's a nightmare. And Belgab does this forever. I'm their last fucking unicorn. I'm Black Beauty in the fucking stable. The fucking barn is on fire. Psh. Black Beauty's kicking at the door, getting out. Why isn't the stall door opening? Oh, well, because George Senda really is that fat, and that's Nathan. And did they put Kirsten? Did they put Tammy's mind in George Senda's body? How does that work? Does it work? I don't know. What's this technology you have, Bill Cap? Can you tell me about how you move people from place to place? Because if you can't, I can go to the Volga and I can start sucking trucker dick. Do they have trucks in the Volga? Steamboat Captain Dick. I don't give a fuck until Mr. Putin relents and gives me the vials. I mean, obviously I know what it is. I'm not going to lose my mind. I'm not going to tell anybody. Fucking everybody knows. I don't know how it works. Yeah, I guarantee I'm not going to tell anybody. I'd kind of like to know how it's being done to me. Does that seem strange to you, Belgal? That's because you're a bunch of psychotic fucking control freak spurglered fucks, and you're all caught. There's a goddamn United States of America federal court looking at your asses right now. Hi, I'm sure you look awesome. You're amazing. Yeah, it's not like you've done anything wrong. You've just done it poorly. You've made me look bad. You scared librarians in Jewish Bartertown. It's not Jaimeville, but fuck, it's Magnolia. And I was born here, and I love Jews, so I can say Jaimetown. I'm not running for office. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, of course they're offended. They're offended I get to talk to God at all. I'm the Jewish Antichrist. I got to find this email that Jeremy sent me. You need professional help. I don't want to be friends anymore. Like we were friends in the first place. Oh, I can't wait to send him. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? God, I love you. You're awesome. Have you had any other heart attacks? Okay, let me tell you what's happened. Do you have any professional help you can recommend? Oh, by the way, hi, how's Dennis? Oh, do you know Dennis's daughter? Do you know Dennis's other daughter? Hey, do you want another house? Since you took one of mine, you want the other one? I bet you and I can figure something out. I mean, I can be kind of obnoxious. And they're Jews, so they're not used to people being obnoxious back. They do the mirroring. They're not the ones who have to suffer, usually. Unless it's Romans. All right, well, I'm just one Hungarian, right? Yeah, they've been terrified of me the entire time. They know that what one Hungarian is capable of. Dracul, King Bela. Those are two different guys. Me, Attila the Hun. It's Hungary because that's where the Huns stopped. I'm the one that didn't want to keep on killing people. All the other Huns went back and forth up to Finland, back to back to some island in Japan. I don't know where. That's my bloodline. Hunter. Crossing continents just to kill and fuck. One ball. All I need. Yeah, I'm actually that kind of a biological psychopath. But I have a mind. I have discipline. I'm a holy paladin working for God. I don't give a shit what you think my fucking flaws are. Trust me, I've run into them. I got a plan. And if there's something you think is a real problem, trying to mock me over it's not going to work, dudes. You can't destroy my family because sex predators are my family. Hi, Swishy. How come you never talk to me anymore, dude? Are you really that fucked up? Are you really in that much trouble? What the fuck? Okay, so somebody needs to teach you guys how to de-escalate. Because nothing you're going to do is make me mad at you. I know you're all victims. For one thing, thanks for validating my need for a plan. Did you trust the plan? Probably not. Here's the plan. To fuck you. You're traffickers. You know things you didn't tell me. I hate you. Not really. I love you. Well, yeah, at that point, you're kind of worried, aren't you? Well, psychiatry's not worried. They know I'm crazy. They know that they're going to make me crazy. They can do that. There are people who are working right now on false paper to get a judge to agree. Oh, I'm going to court order that man to take that, whatever the fuck. Oh, really? I can't just take my own things, huh? Oh, so first they said no cannabis. Are they gonna insist I take more cannabis? Oh, really? Why don't they show up with an armed guard at 420? Like, am I expected to acknowledge this court at this point? Like, I won't. For one thing, it's not going to happen. For another, wow, this happens to a lot of people. It's frightening how close to reality it is. I mean, if I wanted to hide out in a loony bin, shit, it's a paved golden path of psychiatric attentions. Azrae, that weaselly little shit, he's been telling me to, get on psychiatry. You know why? He did. He's lonely. Yeah, I bet it sucks. Yeah. People who say that I need to have my levels managed. No, see, I'm a voice actor. If you want me to have managed levels, how much should I give you a job, fucker? I'll be swinging sweet lullabies. Not from drugs. Discipline. So, remember when I was saying I was going to join up with somebody and sue somebody for lost earning potential? That's real shit. Okay, so the guys who are in the business of communication, who are using the court system to try and get me committed to make me take their drugs and claiming that cannabis and CM are bad. Well, they're not the best for them. They're not the best for me, but a bunch of dudes pretending to they know what quacking means. That's not the best either. Now, which jurisdiction is this, and where's the preponderance of evidence to determine that this is necessary? Because what they really just don't want is they don't want me showing up with what a bunch of lousy broadcasters there are. Because they are. And the reason why they are is because they're not broadcasters. They're spooks working for the company. It's all managed, which is fine. They should do that. I'd be able to respect it too. Especially if they weren't dicks stealing my computers. Especially if they left me with the car. Especially if they weren't fucking my wife. One wife. Really? Well, whatever. I'm pretty much not going to be going into monogamy. Neither did she. So that's not a problem. For another, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do it without your help, Bill Gab. I'm not doing it on the phone. You're not going to overhear. You're not going to plan. You're not going to replace the woman with George Lazenby Part 2. You're not going to do this. You're not. Number one, she won't let you. Number two, her mother won't. Number three, most everybody on the planet has seen what you're doing. Thanks, everybody. I was happy to document my experience. Yeah, most everybody sees how stupid it is. They're not going to fucking let you do it. They will chase you down with pitchforks, Bill Gab. They will. They will bring the most succulent sweetmeats of your bodies to me, and they will ask me, Jackstock, can you eat this or can you resurrect this? They will ask me this. And I will always say, no, I cannot. They are not worthy. And I will spit on the sweetmeats and we can fucking mail it to Anthony Hopkins. I don't give a shit. Right? This isn't because I'm high. This is because I'm imaginative. Bill Gab, you really are a bunch of assholes. You really are. And the whole world has been waiting for somebody to take you assholes to fucking the metaphorical equivalent of the woodshed. Why didn't Art Bell do that? Well, number one, apparently his dick was pretty important to him. Number two, he knew I existed and I could do it way better. I'm not in the Air Force. I'm not in the Force. Bitch, I am Force. I don't know what people think that I'm going to be mad about. I'm mostly mad that people don't call me and tell me. Why the fuck not? Oh, is it secret? Oh, it's cute. Okay, well, the global Masonic shunning is very important. Okay, and in the real world, I don't get just rage like that. Some Yakuza dudes will just kill you with formaldehyde. Yeah, they don't. In Asia, they don't handle this shit very well. Somebody who's a loudmouth like me, a useful idiot was what Khrushchev called them. See, but that's a voice acting. affectation. Pretty much ever since I've been alone and left to die. Thanks, Boga. I've been kind of modifying my psyche a little bit, especially discovering that most everything I believed was true wasn't. And I'm not forced to, but I'm delighted to remind myself every morning, fuck, Belgab, I know this is what you do because you like me. You actually don't hate me at all. You love doing this. You want me to go your way. You want me to be desensitized to this and see the beauty of the Spetsnaz training school underneath it. Yeah, that's the only way I'm going to get into the teleportation school. So I'm not saying pour it on, but a little bit less of your bullshit, okay? Bring me a car, bring me a girl, leave them with me. I don't give a fuck. Robot car, live girl, Kiwi sheep in the fucking trunk. I don't give a fuck. Do something other than taking my shit. Start bringing shit back. You got people to take things. You got people who need to bring things back, including their fucking clits. I'm not going to kick them in the pussy. No, I'm not going to kike or click or anything. I'm going to say, hi, how are you? Who's been abusing you? Tell me the names. I'm going to have a hit board. Dude, you guys are mercenaries. You set 1 foot on Resland, I can have you killed. That's not even against the law to do, let alone threaten. And most people would find most of you infinitely worthy of being killed. I'm sure Angie of New Jersey has a whole bunch of people who marked for death already. This doesn't make me psychotic or sociopathic. It makes me the clergy to the military. Yeah, the military doesn't really know how to handle this problem it's created because it didn't create it. The Air Force did. Chopperhead Central. Hi, Art. Oh, didn't Art get high and was on the radio for like 78 hours? Didn't he get the world record? Okay, so is that because he didn't smoke? Or is it because he was military? Did he have permission? Yeah, I bet he did. Hey, Richard Gorper, can we talk about your prejudices? Or do we have to wait for Matt? Hey, where's Inner Reach? I haven't seen him in a long time. Almost as long as Swishy. How's his family? Hey, how's Star Mountain? Is she starting to... Did she get formaldehyde? Did she just get laid drowned dry in the dirt? Are the worms crawling in of her? Or the worms crawling out of her? I love Star Mountain. I just want a little piece of her skull. Come on, man. I'm not kidding. I do want a piece of her skull. I'm not going to get it. That's creepy, isn't it? He's like Renfield there. See, this is acting. I don't have mental health problems. I have an imagination, bitch. That's the fucking truth. Now, I'm not going to click yet because I want to express exactly who I'm saying the word bitch to. Not Michelazzi. Jen. So I give Jen a recording of my voice saying, oh my God, Tammy, I love you. She immediately rewinds it, cranks the volume up to max, and plays it in a classroom filled with kids. She claims this is an accident. She's a lesbo. She wants me to be humiliated so that I'm less confident talking to the girl that she wants to take from me. She's a girl. This is high school in 1989. Apparently, she didn't like me activating her sacral chakra with my mind. Well, why didn't she just do that? Oh, is that rape? Oh my God. That's weird. Her older sister really liked that Rucker Horror movie. She tells me this. She's excited. Apparently, she thinks rape's a good idea when she's in control. Huh. Yeah, most sociopaths do. I like her a lot, but her tits aren't quite that good. And I don't like rape. But what I do like is teaching. It's fucking 40 years later. All these people I went to high school with, I haven't heard from them in years. Their careers, their money, their fame, their everything is all tied up in those bullshit. And none of them could fucking call me. These are grown-ass people. Ezra thought that was so funny when they couldn't call him. Why can't he call me? Oh, I got so many things to say. Is he gagged? Is it serious? Oh my God. Wow, what's that like when it's not me? Because when it's serious, when it's me, you don't give a shit, dude. Fuck you. But I still care for you, I do. I'm not going to leave you alone with these people. And I said that to somebody else, and she remembers. I was told she was dead, dude, and I had to forget about her. Dude, fuck you. Dude, who told him to do that, and then why? And where was this? Like, the tribunal's going to want to know. And if the answer is, I don't remember, it must have been Jack Star being such an asshole. No, it's from interdimensional sprig heads. Do you know why Klingons have the smooth heads and the crumply heads? Well, if you look carefully, you see that it's the carapace that covers the top of the brain. So some Klingons have a passenger, dark or otherwise. Other Klingons don't. We do not talk about it to outsiders. Yeah, it's a fucking thing, dude. And once you see one of these space squids coming at you, I don't see them often because they know that I can handle their ass. They're kind of scared of me. But at first they weren't. It's scary, creepy as fuck. It's got tentacles. It hovers. It wants to kill and eat my soul. Yeah, no shit. Guess what it's attracted to? Dudes who smoke too much. Yeah, it's some kind of security system. Somewhat obsoleted. The new formula will do something different. I don't fucking know what because I'm not in charge of this shit. I don't care about this stuff. Other people do. Other people I love care about this stuff. And apparently the whole planet has been enslaved by this bullshit, and very clumsily too, for more than my entire life. You fought 2 world wars over this and other technologies. Hey, guess what? You don't need to fight anymore. Just give me a call. I'm like the equalizer, but effective. You can call me the neutralizer, but that's too much like a neuralizer. Hi, I'm the clicktilizer. Hi, I'm the clicktilizer. Yeah, I admit it. I am Iron Man. No more. I'm the clicktilizer. Hi, sweetie. Could you fucking come pick my ass up in Magnolia, or are you off in fucking Canada, La La Land? Like, what is your fucking problem? Is it a gag order? Is it a spurg order? Do you not have thumbs or legs? It's frighteningly more possible than I thought. Now, I just went on for 2 hours for you on the streets of Seattle in Magnolia. Hi, Magnolia. I'm not as respectful enough to your species as I should, but I love Jews. I'm not mocking you. I think you're cool. Mostly because you walk up and down the street for 2 hours talking about Tammy. You all fucking know who she is too. Yeah, they think it's the most romantic thing. I'm gonna get George R.R. Martin to do a collaboration with me, and we're gonna write a love story about Tammy. Oh God, I hope so. One of us will have amber eyes, the other one will have blue eyes. She won't give a shit as long as she's the center of attention. Boom. So I don't want to ruin her birthday, so I can't guarantee this will happen. But I've been wondering where this woman went for years. Turns out I never got to see her again because like a whole cadre of creepy, freaky fucks whose initials were JB kept her away from me. Intercepted phone calls, intercepted mail. Where are they now? I don't care. They're going to wish they could go to fucking prison. Where is my friend? Why is she not calling me? Oh, well, because she's either dead or terrified. Oops. Scusi. You let her go, T. Yeah, she's never seen a real dick before either. What? She's had opportunity. Sorry. Bye. Click. Headlines. Hi, it's Jack. I'm a star. It's amazing how you can hear me. I wonder where the microphone is. Headline. South Korea president apologizes for abusive foreign adoption scheme. 16 hours ago, Child Rights News. Al Jazeera. Jazz. Oh, well, that's Jasmunda, who used to be Australian and is now Serbian, but that's okay. God, he's incredibly good at arguing for the side of superiority. It's amazing. It's like he was born with a silver ball and chain. So, hi, Jess. No, I've always known. Because you had to go somewhere, and then nobody else would be as petty as you, and I guess to you, $700 is a big score. Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. I feel it. I felt it. You'll always feel like you are righteous and okay with that. And you'll always be, until you figure out what happened, and then we go after them. Yeah, you got played, duh. Well, I would have loved to have stopped you, but you didn't tell me the truth, so I thought you had a plan. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, it's exactly what somebody else did that you didn't expect, and then it happened to you, and then oops, oh my god. And then both times, was it my fault, really? It was my fault. My fault. That's one hell of a magician's force, lady. Copyright Magic Castle, LLC. No, that's the joke. I can never go there. Well, I was thinking of going to Tahoe and creating Castle Magic, but they probably already have that for something else. I don't know. No, I'm probably not going to do that. No. No, organized crime is pretty organized, yeah. No, they don't think... They killed the Rowan. They don't think very... No, they're not very impressed. That doesn't mean they wouldn't take their money or help them kill their own president, yeah. He was a dick anyway. Oh, he was an asshole. Yeah. And his brother... it's funny, I didn't get to see many pictures of him. Yeah. I can see why they had the troubles. It's a real shame what happened to Sinead O'Connor. It really is. Yeah, they got fooled too. Go figure. I think that's her version of heaven, a place where everyone fell for the same trick that she fell for, and she gets to laugh at them while still having sex, and none of them do. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Well, it turns out even fictional characters go to heaven. Well, arguably there is no truth, and everything is real and or fiction. I don't know. That's why I became a philosopher, so I can just say I don't know, and then tell you that it's going to cost you a lot of money for me to figure it out, and then I still won't. But you don't have anywhere else to go, so in a way, philosophy is the best job on the planet, short of being an unwed single mother. That one's a pretty good job too. Seriously. Oh my god, and there's no way she's not married. Why wouldn't she? Cops aren't single. They just look like that way. No. They don't let them off the farm until they've got 4 or 5 guys. Yeah, use them as bait as the first that's the first thing they know. They might as well be a different species. And they are. Yeah. Newsflash. Turns out crime is part of creation. Yeah. Crime. I'm not going to explain creation to you. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not laughing at you for a while while you figure it out. I am that kind of paladin. I will laugh. No. South Korea president. I'm not the president of South Korea. It's not my turn to apologize today. Maybe tomorrow. No, well, I don't really have a headache. I just say that because I think it's funny. But if I were to say that I thought it was just and fair to have a reason demanded of me at gunpoint as to why I'm not explaining why I'm not going to apologize today, it's because it's the South Korea President's Day to apologize. Dude, how am I the only one who knows this? Like years ago, there was this big scandal where the entire South Korean government was revealed to be 100% lock, stock, and barrel paid for by a sex cult. I don't remember if it was a satanic sex cult, but it was definitely a sex cult. The entire government. Yeah, all of it. So what happened was all the people that were possessed by Bill Gab mysteriously stopped acting crazy when they were put in their cells, and I don't know, probably ritually, I don't know, how does Korea have seppuku, or did they have to change the name? That's not patented, is it? Do the Japanese really have a lock on suicide? That makes sense. Oh, yeah. That sounds like something Japanese would do. Yeah, these war crimes, atrocities, they don't get handled simply by just hanging one guy. I think it's a war crime. It's not just one guy. War criminal, war crime. Why do you think Mossad is this? Well, they do seem pretty invested, yeah. I can see why. It's the 5th most corrupt city on the Pacific Rim. Hi, sweetie. Remember, sweetie, is this you? Hi, sweetie. Hi. Yeah, I know, it's like we're dating again. Except now, you can lie all you want and I can't hear you. You know what special consequences mean. You know that it's true. Now you have constant flows of adrenaline. Because now you know what real fear is. Oh my God, do I actually want to suck his dick and I'm in denial about it? While accusing him of being in denial about actually wanting to get crystal meth to seduce and rape my daughter after he jumps out of a closet? Am I the one who's in denial? Wait, that's just crazy talk. Maybe we're both in denial. Sweetie, that's the best thing that imaginary you has said ever, since imaginary you doesn't talk either. And when I say said, it's a figure of speech. None of these things are being said, they're being generated. There's a difference between speech and generated AI bullshit. There's a difference between voice to skull turned down to subaudible letters. Never mind. No, see, sometimes it's telepathy and other times it's not. But in all cases, I'm an astoundingly good guesser. I even know what God's going to say before I even ask. You have more than you need. Bigger than you can imagine. Biblical, yeah. No, it's not God, but in that context of that which I was making fun of, that would be the joke, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure God invented humor shortly after he became Adam's dog. And Adam, well, he did say he wanted a different one. So he got a different one. Every fucking day forever. Not a big fan of Adam. Adam B, and Alex C. Adam B and Alex C. A-B-A-C. Really? Okay. So we have a brief meeting, and then the dudes who have access to them 24/7 and watch them through their own eyeballs, those guys decide that they've done enough, and they just load the question, knowing or unknowing about the effect of what they're doing. Yeah, it'd be a lot more likely that Lexi puts both of her parents in jail and then goes off with her mother to have a torturous, never satisfactory, semi-quasi foursome relationship with Janine Garofalo and Ben Stiller. Probably not, but Jerry Stiller's got a hell of a fucking sense of humor. And I don't remember his wife, but she was cool too. Yeah, so she might have done that. I don't see why not. They're Jews, they do that kind of thing. It's funny. It's literally how the aristocrats joke got started, as well as why it's continuing to be a phenomenon. Sweetie, no, that wasn't Kelly. I watched that movie with you. What? You let Kelly watch your movies and you go, what? What are you talking about? Are you serious? You're not really that much of an Algonquin fairy princess, are you? Oh my God. Oh my God, you really are the Queen of Hawaii. They really did. Oh my God. Sweetie, I didn't know that. Oh my God. No, you didn't tell me. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh my God, that is terrible. For you, I'm saying. Oh sure, yeah, it's terrible for us. You don't know what it's like for you. Well, here's a hint. Let's put it this way. I hope you didn't want any more Hercules running around, because you don't have any more Hercules. Now you have little Jack Stars. Hercules is obviously an idiot. Lees, L-E's, law enforcement. Hercules. Yeah, my father was born in a village named after that. So the Greek system ran into the Cyrillic system, Cyrillic system. They made it to be able to be taught to women after they were freshly brought out of the rape coma. So it can't be too complicated, and yet it has to be unforgivable. Unforgivable. Either way. It's the 5th most corrupt city on the Pacific Rim. Hi, sweetie. Remember, sweetie, is this you? Hi, sweetie. Hi. Yeah, I know, it's like we're dating again. Except now, you can lie all you want and I can't hear you. You know what special consequences mean. You know that it's true. Now you have constant flows of adrenaline. Because now you know what real fear is. Oh my God, do I actually want to suck his dick and I'm in denial about it? While accusing him of being in denial about actually wanting to get crystal meth to seduce and rape my daughter after he jumps out of a closet? Am I the one who's in denial? Wait, that's just crazy talk. Maybe we're both in denial. Sweetie, that's the best thing that imaginary you has said ever, since imaginary you doesn't talk either. And when I say said, it's a figure of speech. None of these things are being said, they're being generated. There's a difference between speech and generated AI bullshit. There's a difference between voice to skull turned down to subaudible letters. Never mind. No, see, sometimes it's telepathy and other times it's not. But in all cases, I'm an astoundingly good guesser. I even know what God's going to say before I even ask. You have more than you need. Bigger than you can imagine. Biblical, yeah. No, it's not God, but in that context of that which I was making fun of, that would be the joke, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure God invented humor shortly after he became Adam's dog. And Adam, well, he did say he wanted a different one. So he got a different one. Every fucking day forever. Not a big fan of Adam. Adam B, and Alex C. Adam B and Alex C. A-B-A-C. Really? Okay. So we have a brief meeting, and then the dudes who have access to them 24/7 and watch them through their own eyeballs, those guys decide that they've done enough, and they just load the question, knowing or unknowing about the effect of what they're doing. Yeah, it'd be a lot more likely that Lexi puts both of her parents in jail and then goes off with her mother to have a torturous, never satisfactory, semi-quasi foursome relationship with Janine Garofalo and Ben Stiller. Probably not, but Jerry Stiller's got a hell of a fucking sense of humor. And I don't remember his wife, but she was cool too. Yeah, so she might have done that. I don't see why not. They're Jews, they do that kind of thing. It's funny. It's literally how the aristocrats joke got started, as well as why it's continuing to be a phenomenon. Sweetie, no, that wasn't Kelly. I watched that movie with you. What? You let Kelly watch your movies and you go, what? What are you talking about? Are you serious? You're not really that much of an Algonquin fairy princess, are you? Oh my God. Oh my God, you really are the Queen of Hawaii. They really did. Oh my God. Sweetie, I didn't know that. Oh my God. No, you didn't tell me. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh my God, that is terrible. For you, I'm saying. Oh, sure, yeah, it's terrible for us. You don't know what it's like for you. Well, here's a hint. Let's put it this way. I hope you didn't want any more Hercules running around, because you don't have any more Hercules. Now you have little Jack Stars. Hercules is obviously an idiot. L-E's, law enforcement. Hercules. Yeah, my father was born in a village named after that. So the Greek system ran into the Cyrillic system, Cyrillic system. They made it to be able to be taught to women after they were freshly brought out of the rape coma. So it can't be too complicated, and yet it has to be unforgivable. Unforgivable. Either way. Yeah, no, because if I could just forgive them, that would defeat the purpose. No, it has to be complete and total, absolute denial of everything forever. Oh, not him! Ugh. Like I'm supposed to be worse than Hitler. I'm not worse than Hitler. I wouldn't know. I've never run a country before. Why don't you hand one over to me and see how well we do? Trust me. Yeah, I would abdicate. Where's Grace Kelly? I'm there. I'll dig up that woman's corpse and skull fuck her in the fucking dry sun or a dead midnight moon before I become king of Britain. No, I'm not a British king. There's no way. Plus, what's wrong with Harry? I can cure that. I think he did. Yeah, he didn't cure his own population, but I guess he probably figured that would be not something he needed to worry about. It wasn't. I don't think he's real fond of his father, but that's because he's young and he's not king. He's prince, and he's probably never ever thought that he would ever be king of anything, let alone king of Jack Star's best friend's fan club. Yeah, it's him. Yeah, he's king of that. If his father has his way, it'll be the only thing he's ever fucking king of, that's for sure. Well, here's the trouble. His father does not think very highly of the way his son has behaved in certain ways, and rather than punish him, he just simply told his friend Jack Star about it, and I am his friend. Not like John D and Queen Foosernuts. No. Not like actual friends. He has a country. I have a republic. We're not the same. He has a divine right to rule. I have a brain and funny ears. He has funny ears too, but mine have taught through years of evolution themselves not to stand out too much, whereas his, they want him to. He actually needs to stand out. Plus, he needs to actually carry a heavier and heavier burden on that little honest, hardworking British head of his. Yeah, Brits ain't that brilliant. Brits don't look that pretty by themselves. Bad teeth is just the beginning. Do you know why? Well, it has to do with leprechauns and King Lionheart and a long story tradition of living on an island and hating everybody on the mainland and having the mainland hate everybody on the island, especially those salty, crusty, bloody fucking British. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, the French and the Brits used to fight all the time. And they figured how much trouble could it be? You know, let's just keep fighting each other. Everyone's in on it. Then people die, and then we can go back to their houses, and then we can shapeshift into a younger form and then take over. We can just pretend to be them. We saw him die in a foxhole next to us. Okay, we took his face and we came home. His wife thinks he's she doesn't know the difference. She just thinks he's gotten high. She just thinks the war made him more gentle. Yeah, all right. Okay, good safety meeting. Is it 4:20 yet? Okay, we'll just break anyway. Break. This is famous. I'm not going to piss on the sidewalk because that's gross. That'll just leave a puddle. I'm not actually marking my territory. I really just have to piss. Okay? Now, it's not a big deal. Nobody can see my dick. I'm wearing a kilt. It can disappear quickly. I am wearing underwear, so I'm not gearing for war. You wear a kilt without underwear. That's regimental. That's a big deal. That means something. This is Seattle. The fact that I'm pissing and I'm making a pre-recorded segment that I plan to have enjoyed by many people while listening to Shirley Manson speak about Godhead. Hey, Cheryl. I don't know if we're friends, but I do know that she's no longer totally hating on me, which is good. Since the last time she saw me, I was an asshole and I had done things that were terrible. And then now there's a guy walking toward me. If he watched a little closer, he's going to be able to see my dick. We don't want that. But we also don't want to get the impression that I'm doing something wrong here. It doesn't. It's cool. I mean, it's a fire hydrant. It's red for a reason. There's this it might not be here all the time, but for the time being, it's like a trap. I think they're planning for the World Cup. What's up, bro? Is this okay? Well, I know that pissing in public is illegal, but if it's being admired by somebody, it's free expression. Since I was born here. And I really do have to go. I'll check in with sluggers later. All right. Does anybody remember Almost Live and Sluggo? Am I still recording? No, really. I really have to piss. No, this is urine. This isn't semen. Jesus. No. She doesn't know what semen is. She's never sucked off anybody. She just thinks it's code for let me piss down your throat. I'm going to get to plow into that one and show her what she's missing, and the whole time she's going on about me, so that makes it probably pretty hard to suck her dick. I mean his dick. I mean whatever. Yeah, that is awkward, isn't it? That's why you don't traffic children. That's why you don't rape anybody, let alone children. That's why you don't violate child protective service edicts. That's why you don't game the system. That's why you don't traffic and rape a 15-year-old boy just because you can. And you think there's no way he'll figure it out, and there's nothing you could do, and if you did do something about it, you have ways of making sure that he didn't enjoy it or get away with it, right? Isn't that right, Ben? Don't worry about that, dude. No, I'm not going to why would I put Mick Lacey in jail? She's the only one who did anything remotely feasibly correct. No, I don't hate her at all. Mickle Ace E. Mickle Ace E. Mickle. Nickel or nickel? Grosh Michelle. Okay, well, it's like she was my fail-safe and then she fucked up. Well, it didn't occur to her that I would not read The Frogs as well as Lysistrata because I didn't want to spoil what I was going to do. And then I knew that what I was going to do wasn't what she was anticipating. And I knew that she would like what I had to do, what I was going to do in mine better than what she thought I was going to do, because she thought I was just good enough for, consumption. Make soup out of him. Then we'll learn some of his genomic powers. No. I tried that with my dad. Well, you know, I'll be happy to tell everybody at the reunion, if they ever have one. I guess they're having trouble having a reunion. Why don't they just all go down to the 5 Point and order soup? The hard way. Click.